comment. Nah, the comment, to face somebody with no context, no comment. Shot it down, to graze the sky like a comet, no comment. I promise to make you feel like you're honest, no comment. It's nonsense to say that you aren't even astonished. It has come to my attention that you seek a very important answer. How dare I forget to mention that I'm not the one you should have went after, so you posed the question. I struck it down with those hands, but now you stuck in heaven. And the room fills with laughter. This is proclamations, hit a joke. Remember this time, they stay flow, cause it is a different art control. What is woke with the cities across the globe? Watch your smiles or crack the code. Make a bank from all of those who have a pose. Waiting for the next person who can't provoke. Turn it back against me and the curves are closed. No comment, nah, the comment, to face somebody with no context, no comment. Shot it down, to graze the sky like a comet, no comment. I promise to make you feel like you're honest, no comment. It's nonsense to say that you aren't even astonished. The knob of the culture, feel like I but I already told you. But didn't decide on when I was gonna suffer, even if I was gonna. Even if I did, I knew that I shouldn't, I knew that I couldn't. It's a moment in life that I knew I would've get twice. Maybe the one to ruin the surprise, cause I knew when I would arise. It's when everyone's paying the price, and never to break the ice. That's one day all compromise. It's like the time I tried to justify why they couldn't realize. I guess I could just sympathize, but that would be very unwise. I might just give them advice and tell them right in front of my eyes. Cause on the inside, I know they're wearing a different disguise. But that is for them to decide. They might tell themselves a few lies, but no mean to take time to apologize to anyone who thought it would not survive. I know I may have not thrived, but I know this spark is still alive. But if it dies, it just might be my own demise. Like rolling the dice, you might just have to improvise. And I don't mind be the one that y'all need to terrorize, cause I took a leap of faith, had to take time to address the fake. Even while I'm in the race, I feel like I'm the driver of my fate. Only one solution, it's better be the case. No conclusion with no time or place, cause nobody's keeping up the pace. I feel illusion, better keep your space. Before you fall for grace, I don't need your praise. I see confusion, just looking at your face. The next time you decide to take a leap of faith, decide it was best to ignore the faith. On the best, get a chance to build a path and be the blaze to a trail. I might just give them hell. I see a bunch of y'all running coattails. I don't exactly know what I'm up against, so I touch the wall. I feel I might just have to learn to run before I crawl, before I fall. Hop the cannon, hop the bridge, hop the ledge, hop the tower. Please bring me power, I may just fall for an hour, maybe a year, but I don't care. I see my dreams crystal clear, and if you don't, there's no to the path you chose. And if you do, just know we're gonna see each other equally. We both are the same way, no matter way. Just jump when you wanna take a leap of faith.
I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion.
Yo, make sure that you're playing the tree. You know what I mean. Oh my gosh, watch this.
My skin is black but golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting.
There's no way that works.
Mind is burning, this is my magnum.
Are you
with me now?
kidding me? Oh
Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while.
I can't.
They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot them, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd. But still I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me? Step in the fire, get ready to take it high. Real coming out your amplifier. Y'all want every black man to be with your pride. Why these people up and turn them shy, huh? Cell phone became your brother.
I have your
Internet
burger,
replace your mother. You leaving homies on red. No wonder all your friends dead. Jealousy was a centerpiece. So
that is a
violation. Enemies sabotage my identity. Why they wanna treat me like a Kennedy? They wanna affect the legacy. Protect the heart. I cut off the extremities. I'll never be another piece in your recipe for social supremacy.
Got three. Back in the back. Back here. Throw now.
They want us to simmer down.
Let's go.
Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me now?
Okay, gotcha. What's your peak?
Ready to put it down.
Oh my god.
Started
Oh my
the bottom,
goodness.
already
Final
forgot but they won't
block,
forgive me
baby.
now. You really
We've
ain't ready
completed
now.
it.
You haters just in the crowd. But still I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now?
Wow.
They felt this good anyway.
Oh my god, I just set a world record. Frick yeah, baby! 290 to the head! Come on now!
Stop and just look around. See if you
Yes!
tell me how you really now.
Okay,
Ready to
here we
put
go.
it down. Start at the bottom, I'm ready for battle, but they won't forgive me now. You ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd. But still I just fuck around. Now you with me now. Are you with me now? I feel it coming now. It's too late to shut it down. Over the mountain now, burning the valley down. I don't know where my mind is. Don't even know what time is. Somebody stop the virus.
Nationers! 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 What is good? Welcome back to another live stream. Nationers, nationers, nationers. What is good? Welcome back to another live stream. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Having a great Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, baby. It is officially 6:07 p.m. on June 24th, 2025. I hope that you guys, again, are having a great Tuesday. Hope you guys had a great Monday night. Nationers, it is great to see you guys back in here, back for another live stream. I'm going to be completely honest. We are back on the Skyblock, Nationers. We are back. We are building. I have a lot of things planned today because I made a little bit of progress. And when I mean a little, I do mean a little. It's not like I did some off-camera mining and I'm like completely done placing the floor. Yesterday, Nationers, we spent a large amount of time, probably almost an hour-ish, just placing slabs. This last hour, 5 o'clock-ish my time, of course, that's a little different. You guys are in the future. I was placing blocks. I was placing a bunch of slabs. I placed a lot. You guys are going to see here in a split second, but I do want to welcome you guys back into another live stream. I hope that you guys are doing well. Great to see you guys in here once again. Pork, congratulations on getting that first viewer once again. Great to see you in here. We also have Manny back up in the stream. We got C-Matter back up in the stream. So close. Again, microseconds. It's coming down to microseconds on who's going to get the first viewer. Manny was going for it. You were going for it. I'm sure other people were going for it as well. On top of that, Planet, welcome back. Renata, welcome back. Winnie, welcome in for the first stream. I hope that your stream went well today. On top of that, we got Estrella. We got Mark back up in the stream. Great to see you guys in here. Winnie, hopefully your stream went well. Mark, doing better. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that, by the way, Mark. Great to see you in here. How has work been, by the way? I know that the new job's been kind of somewhat new in relation to the time, but how have you been enjoying it? On top of that, also, C-Batter didn't say because I was so close to first viewer. Oh my goodness. It's Pork's world and we are living in it. Jared, also welcome back. Great to see you in here. Planet, what did you miss on Monday? You missed, I guess, anything related to Skyblock. I updated you guys on some things. So a little bit of those updates. The other update being I had begun a super large project of placing slabs to cover the entire world because I upgraded my world border. And so yesterday was an entire day, for the most part, on the back end of the stream, just placing a bunch of blocks. So that's what we were doing. And also, Winnie, you're very welcome. What did you stream, by the way? And also, he didn't mess up the intro. I know. I did not mess up the intro. I'm surprised I didn't. I'm surprised. Yesterday, I feel like I didn't, other than just like, oh, crap, like I still need to set up some things. But that was like after the intro, so... You know, also ironic because today, Taco Tuesdays, you had tacos last night and pasta tonight. I love that. My seller minion is officially not fast enough. How in the world is your seller minion not fast enough? That's crazy, if you ask me. Mind you, I know that you have 2 people on that island. I'm sure that there's probably mining minions going crazy. I'm sure there's a collecting minion going crazy because I'm very sure of that. On top of that, by the way, Mooney, great to see you in here. I hope that you're doing well, by the way, my friend. Hopefully things have been good. On top of that, Minecraft for about an hour, then got my laptop, got very hot. I remember seeing that in the Discord. I remember you mentioning that. Hopefully Minecraft went well. Also, Mooney, great to see you in here. And also, Unk, what is Unk yapping about? We were yapping about a little bit about what has gone on the Skyblock server. I have a feeling, Pork, you have like a giant farm. No, like not a single... you have a bunch of mining minions. There's no doubt in my mind that you have that. On top of that, I think this is just my thought. My thought is that you have a bunch of mining. You have a giant farm. I'm assuming cactus or sugarcane, probably both, and they're all funneling into a singular. They're funneling into a singular collector. That collector is putting it into the chest that is selling, so it's constantly filling up. That's my guess. Also, while working 12 a.m. to 8:30, been kind of odd scheduling, especially in a freezer. Well, Mark, hopefully it's been good. Hopefully. Planet, great to see you in here again. Mooney, great to see you in here again. You got Penny Centurion. Are you proud? I'm very proud, because that, by the way, if I'm not wrong, that's one before Lord. I'm very proud. You could not be more wrong. And now I feel like I'm just getting gaslit. C-Matter, great to see you in here. Thank you so much for the 1-bit cheer. Much love. Great to see you again in the street. Even if it's not the first viewer, you will get it. It's going to be a monumental moment when you get it. On top of that, my farm contains only my 5 minions. I'm surprised West's minions wouldn't be a part of that. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely kind of surprised. Went well, did some mining and started a base, but got off because of my laptop being too hot. Didn't want to ruin it. Of course. Well, I'm glad that you got a little bit of streaming done. It seems like it was about an hour, 2-ish hours long. Yeah, I'm very intrigued as to what you could be doing, that your seller minion's chest is too full. That's what I'm more shocked about, I guess. I mean, it must be working because you are making a boatload of money. Anywho, Nationers, we got to get right into it. Nationers. We do. Nationers, the progress on what we are working on today will continue, okay? What we are working on today will be continued today, okay? I want to show you guys what I've been working on over the past few hours or so. A little bit earlier today, a little bit here and there. Did a little bit last night. Nationers, this thing is coming along, by the way. This thing is very much coming along together. On top of that, hopefully you can catch one of my streams. I hope I can. I was out and about. I was riding the bike, taking care of my feet because I have feet injuries that I need to attend to, and just watching some YouTube videos in the meantime. So yeah, I don't know if it's worth it because it's backing up my collector. Oh, of course Pork gets it. Of course Pork chats in Twitch and still gets it here. By the way, Farstar, Star 5 NNL, welcome in. How you doing today? That will be a 1 quintillion chance for first viewer Manny. I mean, I feel like I have... Pork says that there's a trick to it. Seems like Isabel's also found a little bit of a trick to it. I don't exactly know what said trick is, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Nationers, the one thing that I actually want to do before I begin, I think I've actually finished that layer. Let me get rid of the 2 stacks that I have here. Trick for first viewer, Pork. That's, I've heard that there's tricks for it. I obviously don't go for first viewer very often. I hardly ever, actually. The only times that I get it is when, like, no one actually gets it, if that makes sense. By the way, Carissa, what is good? Welcome back in the TikTok stream. How you doing today? Let me get rid of all of these. Nationers, we have... Do I think I can get 12 today? No, I'm just going to do all of them. I'm going to do all of them right now. Okay. You have literally no trick. That's insane. And also, Mark, I gotta go now. I gotta get things done before work. Peace, 07. I'll try to go for next stream, Mark. Thank you again so much for being here, by the way. Much love out to you, and I hope that you have a great day at work, by the way. Much love out to you again, Mark. Alrighty, Nationers, here we go. Okay, here we go. We're gonna turn in a bunch of these all at once. Okay. Alrighty. So far, so good, I would say. So far, so good. Let me go ahead and drop... You know what? Let me go ahead and drop all of those down for now. The interesting part is all of the lapis, of course. I can't really do much with that as of right now. Let me go back home, because the lapis is going to be like the main thing that gets in the way here. And I really want to keep a lot of these blocks. Now, old me, especially early days, would have absolutely sold all of this. I would have absolutely sold all of this. And I probably will for a small portion of them. But for the most part, I will not do that. Let's go there. Oh, and I have more lapis blocks. See, this is where things get tricky. Let me go ahead and put all of them in here. And I'll keep all of those in there. Let me go back to warp crates here. And then let's just do that again. By the way, D-Mac, what is good? How are you doing today? We also got a bunch of you joining in on the TikTok stream. Great to see you guys all in here. Lapis is going to be my enemy here. Oh, I did get another one. I did get another one. I have gotten, I don't know how much money that is off the top of my head, but I've gotten quite a bit, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, we're still good there. Still good there. Okay. Okay, now we're full. Alrighty. IS. You know, not too bad, by the way, Nationers. Not too bad. By the way, great to see you guys all in on the TikTok stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me go ahead. I need to place some of these into blocks. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do these. Let's do blocks of copper. Let's do iron. Let's do gold. And again, the one thing that I'm like thinking is I know that I'm going to have a little extra that maybe I can turn into some blocks. Like I could turn that into blocks, and that's probably about it. But I do have 24 more chunk crate keys, so that's also something to note. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go there, and let's go there. Hopefully today, Nationers, we actually can reach 100,000 on that. That would be so funny. By the way, Jay Sliz, what is good? How you doing today? I haven't watched in a long time. I hadn't had a day off since May. Oh my goodness. Well, Jay Sliz, great to see you in here, by the way. I hope that everything's okay, of course, with the grades. It seems like it has been. And also, Jay Sliz, hopefully work has been okay, especially with what you mentioned. It did pop up in the auto mod. But nonetheless, Jay Sliz, great to see you in here. I think I could just pile... Oh, please no more. Okay, we're good. I don't know how much this earns me. That's 130. That's 165. That's 166 and a half. Yeah, this math I can't do off the top of my head. That's okay. Nationers, let's go ahead and just pump all of these in for now. Getting lots of money here, of course. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't affect much of the millions. This will definitely, because this one will actually at least bump it up a little bit, so that's nice. But also, great to see you in here, Jay Sliz. How has work been, by the way? I know that you said that it's been kind of hectic, but how has it been? So, Nationers, we got all of these. We do have... Mind you, that was nearly 2 stacks, by the way, Nationers. That was 2 stacks. C-Matter, thank you so much for the lurk. And also, Winnie, I recorded my stream and tried cropping the video to a small clip to post on TikTok, but the video did not save correctly. Winnie, what I would do, just to save your computer a little bit of bandwidth, if you enable VODs onto your Twitch channel, then you could go into your video producer, like, in the back end, and you should be able to download and whatnot. Yep, almost 2 stacks and only 3 keys. Okay. Okay! All right. I will at least take a good... That was a good one, I will say. That seller minion is kind of nice. It saved as a black video on my Google Drive. Interesting. Hopefully you are able to figure that out. But... honestly, whatever you stream, as long as that's an output to your stream, of course, I think that you should be able to just, as long as you have VODs enabled, of course, you should be able to save it directly from Twitch. It'll take a little bit of time, too, depending on internet and things of that nature. But I think you should be okay to potentially... like save your computer a little bit, especially while you are streaming, because it is kind of difficult on a computer, especially a laptop even, to do that, especially while streaming. So any way that can alleviate a little bit of stress on your computer, I do hope that does help, of course. I would just look up anything. This is my thing with streaming. I know that I'm probably not the first person that's had an error or that question. My best friend is Google. Anytime with streaming, I would just look up, like, in that case, like, how do I enable bots? Like, I guarantee you're going to find your answer, like, very quickly. I guarantee it. So, all of that said, Nationers, we do have quite a bit left. Let me see how high I can get up here. And also, Haley, what is good? How are you doing today? Howdy to you, Smokes. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Tyler, Russell, thank you so much for leaving some likes on the stream. Much love. So, Nationers, we have quite the bit of task. That's at least 18, maybe even more. That's at least 20. So we have at least 20 there. I think if we were to get all of that done here, oh man, this is going to be crazy. But we've gotten a little bit done. I probably was like down to there at the end of yesterday. I've completed probably about 10 blocks. So hopefully this works out. By the way, Mina, Havliv, and Ladies Man Raphael, welcome into the TikTok stream. Welcome in. So we do have quite the task ahead of us. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where I put any of my chests. Somewhere right here. Okay. So what I actually really want to do is I just want to fill up all of these. I really just want to fill up all of these with blocks. That's like my main goal. So what I've done is I've done this. And then what I've done is I've gone here again. And then I've done this so then I could get one into my... There's no... Hello? What happened? Why did that only get... Huh? There's no way. Wait, what do you mean? The other times that I've done this... Okay, there we go. I was like, I don't think that number's right. Oh, no, what the frick? Okay, so they apparently... they apparently need to be dropped from the item itself. So they can't be like that initially. That makes sense. Because now I just wasted money on that. This is the one thing that I don't understand. I don't think this is Blue's fault by any means. I just don't know how this is the case on this. I just don't fully understand it. Like how it's picking up things and whatnot. And also, sounds good, Winnie. Thank you so much for lurking. Mysterio back up again. How are you doing? And also, Blanky, how are you? I'm doing well, by the way, Blanky. How are you doing today? Flipping Old Spice. I think it's crazy when you work in mental health and the people you work with act like the clients. But anyways, I'm glad I'm having a chance to relax. I'm glad that you are having a chance to relax too, especially with the line of work that you do. Align yourself in. I'm sure it's not an easy profession for many, but Jace Liz, I'm glad that you're able to take a moment for yourself and hopefully continue to enjoy it too while you have the time to. Also, Jared, am I familiar with Old Spice? I have a feeling you got an ad for Old Spice. I just have a feeling that that's the case because you wouldn't be asking me if I was familiar with Old Spice if that weren't the case, if that makes sense. That's my thought process there. Mind you, I'm only spending like $1,600 on it, so it's not the worst case scenario that like I'm spending like a bunch of money on things, so I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead and add those chests back. Let's go ahead and grab that. And let's begin placing again. Let's go ahead and do it. I am familiar with Old Spice, yes. The guy that rides the horse. There's quite a bit of like commercials that they have that are pretty interesting. Winnie, welcome back. By the way, Braylon, grab the camera from Lamar Jackson edit. It's that hand. Yeah, okay. He kind of grabs like the camera like that. The camera's a little tiny compared to the ones that they have in the NFL, but there. Boom. I got you, by the way, Braylon. And also, Jared claiming my reward is at 4 a.m. I actually do have my reward. I probably should have used it. On top of that, Eve, welcome in Bedrock or Java. We are currently playing on Java. Oh, I don't have this one complete. Let's go ahead and complete this one then. I totally forgot that I had like a whole line going. Forgot. It's the first time that I've actually forgotten about that. But see, matter, I gotta ask, because you asked me if I'm familiar with Old Spice. Are you familiar with Old Spice? By the way, Isabel, welcome back. How is your work lunch going? How is work going? I'm doing well. How are you, Isabel? Great to see you back in here. But Braylon and Eve, welcome into the stream. I hope that you guys are enjoying your day. Welcome into the TikTok stream. I don't know how many more levels I have of this. I probably could count. The thing is all I'd have to do is half it because I'm going on one side and then also doing the other. So I don't exactly know how many levels I have left, but it's enough that I'm like, you know, we're going to spend a good chunk of time on this. So that's what we're kind of doing. I am familiar. I'm constantly getting ads for it on Twitch and YouTube. They must know. Like, I remember, what was I talking about? Oh, this was an interesting one. I had a skin tag. Okay, Nationers, type 1 in chat if you guys are familiar with skin tags, okay? Type a 2 in chat if you're not familiar with skin tags. All that to say, I had a skin tag on my armpit. And as I was shaving my armpits, like, it was like catching. I was like, oh my gosh, like that hurt like a bunch. So skin tags are just like extra things that just kind of grow. The easiest way is just like, it's kind of, think about it like a mole, but it's not a mole. Almost like a shriveled mole in a way. It's just like an excess of skin that grew in a certain area. Like, so like some people get it on their arms. A lot of people get it on their legs. Like, you'll get them kind of in like regions like this a lot of the times. All that to say, I had one on my armpit. So you can imagine like a thing popping out from my skin that like is still attached to my skin and like trying to trim it. And I was like, wow, that freaking hurt. So I tried like twisting it to make it like dead so it falls off. Because then it's not getting, like, it's almost just like an excess of dead skin buildup. And I look it up if you guys don't know what skin tags are. Like, that's probably the best way to like visually get what I'm referring to here. And so I had one on my armpit and I was like, it took me like 3 days to like fully like kind of kill it off. So it just like falls off. It hurt. They hurt. But mind you, I had not looked up like how to get rid of a skin tag. Like, I looked up nothing. I was like, oh, I have like a skin tag. My mom's had some. I think it's a lot more common in women than it is men, but I think both people can still get it. All that to say, it took me like 3 days. So all that I did was I just like pinched it and like I just twisted it almost kind of like, you know, just like a sucker. You just like twist it. And all that to say, it popped up after 3 days, but like when I had it during those 3 days, I started getting Instagram ads. I started getting Instagram ads about a skin tag remover that was like $40. And it looked pretty effective. Again, it's ads, so like they probably got things nailed down. You know what I mean? So all of that to say, didn't look up a single thing about skin tags, just mentioned it once. I was like, oh, I have a skin tag. And Instagram's like, oh, this guy has a skin tag. We need to serve him a few ads from skin tag ads department. It was crazy. By the way, SPM, welcome in. How are you doing today? And Trista, how are you doing today? Trista, welcome back. It certainly has been quite some time. How have you been? Great to see you in here again. So again, Nationers, look up like what skin tags are. I am not responsible for any Instagram or any Twitch or any YouTube ads that you may get by looking up said skin tag. But what I am responsible for is your education about skin tags, okay? Some are a lot worse than others. Some are like really big. Mine was like super tiny. Like, I almost didn't even see it. And you would have never seen it in like all the hair that like armpits grow. For guys especially. By the way, Boom Mackley, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Jav, welcome in. SPM, I'm good, bro. How are you? And what are you building? By the way, SPM, I'm doing good. Trista, I'm also doing good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Trista and SPM. Currently right now, what I'm building is the border on this island, because I'm playing Skyblock, there happens to be a border, because that's kind of how some Skyblocks work. And I'm currently building out a floor so that I can like walk on all areas of the island. That's kind of the main purpose of what this is in particular. So super excited about it. And I hope that it continues to look well. As you can see, we've gotten, that's the border right there, that like kind of shimmering light blue to dark blue. And we're going around, finishing up, going around again. And that's kind of what we've been doing for quite some time and whatnot. And Boo, it's great to see you in here again. How have you been? How's the Marvel Rivals grind been? And also, Trista, what have you been up to, by the way? I think, Manny, you should. You absolutely should. Also, Boo Mackley, thank you so much for the 1 rose. Much love out to you, Boo. Thank you so much, my guy. Also, SPM, how are you flying in survival? As of right now, the one thing about this Skyblock is if you do have a rank, a national rank, you are able to fly on the server. And so with that rank, I'm able to fly. That's why this is actually becoming like so much easier than it would be if I did it without flying. Yes, so Winnie, that's exactly it. All the past VODs, so like the last 2 streams, I believe, are not going to be up there. But the future streams will be on there for sure. Yes, so if you were to go like live like right now, Winnie, then the VODs will save. They'll go to your video producer. And they will save, yes. Also, Lovely Colewood is going to welcome back. How are you doing today? Also, SPM, yes, that is how I'm able to fly. So you're not the only one that's asked like how I'm able to fly in survival. So do not worry one bit. And also never sent a gift before. Is that actually the first time, Boo? I actually have not even clocked that until now. Also, sorry to all of you guys in the Twitch stream. Manny has redeemed the coveted emote only. So let me start a 5-minute timer on my watch here. So on top of that, Boo, well, thank you so much. I didn't even realize, I didn't even clock it, that it was your first gift. Thank you so much, Boo. I really appreciate that a ton. And also, Lovely Cole, welcome back. Great to see you in here again. But yes, also, Winnie, it happens. I mean, if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, as much as it is, like, really awesome to have, like, your first ever stream, like, be shown, it happens, you know? It happens. So don't ever worry about it. In the grand scheme of things, maybe I'm not gonna have that first few streams, but hey, at least you have them. It's better than not having it at all and going like a month. I've seen or heard of like creators, like, I'm surprised VODs aren't turned on by default. I understand from Twitch's perspective, but it's kind of a really bun system. Twitch is not very like creator friendly in that way. You kind of have to like set a lot of your settings that you'd be like, well, like, I'm already gonna put them on. I'd rather like have the option to turn them off instead of on. But hey, also, Nationers, get some 07s up in the chat for Winnie Bear Games for the tier 1 sub for 1 month. Thank you so much, Winnie. Much love out to you. I hope that you're doing well. Again, I'm glad to see that you began your streaming arc, your streaming journey. And Nationers, make sure to get some 07. Send some love out to Winnie. So you've been streaming Minecraft today, and I'm assuming, obviously, the other streams and this future stream on Thursday will be the exact same. So, Nationers, make sure to send some love out to Winnie. And, again, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, Winnie. Much love, much love. I think I need to... No, that's as raised as it's going to get. And also, Lovely Cole, thank you so much for sending 115 likes. Kind of crazy that we're already at 1,500 likes. We're going through here, Nationers. Going through. Still, I have 4. This should take me about to like halfway around the other corner. That should kind of be where this takes me. Also, as you guys can see, Nationers, maybe you guys can see. I have no sheets on my bed. Well, I do have sheets. I have no blankets on my bed. That's what I do not have. I wish so too. I remember YouTube, by the way, C-Matter, used to have like a reaction which honestly I thought was kind of nice. I kind of clowned on it initially because I'm like, this is kind of lame. YouTube doesn't really have that culture when it comes to chatting. By the way, Simato, thank you so much for the 1 bit cheer, by the way. As much, that is still like a really nice, you know, emote, if you know what I mean. I think the thing that YouTube really lacks is like, it is a very professional setting. It's not like, people go live on YouTube for a load of different reasons. People do on Twitch. I think people like commencement ceremonies, you know, like graduations will go live on YouTube. They'll go live on Twitch. There's just is a difference about YouTube than Twitch in a way. Like, YouTube seems very formal and professional, whereas like Twitch is like laid back. Like, it's kind of for funsy. Like, you can have fun. It doesn't have to be like prim and proper like a YouTube live would be. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way. When you guys like maybe watch like YouTube live streams. Mind you, if I were to go to a gaming live stream on YouTube, I would still like the chats, like as slow as it gets, even if it's a solely YouTube, it just doesn't have, as much as I do like the profile photos, those are actually kind of sick. It just lacks a little bit of something. You know what I mean? By the way, Kiwi, great to see you back here. How are you doing today? I unfortunately have been hit with the AI content warning once again. And I constantly am hit with the AI content warning. Still have no idea why that's the case. But also, how to get you them likes. Gotta go work, man. Have a great stream, Boo. Thank you again so much for being here. Sending nearly, I'm assuming almost 2,000 likes. That's insane, Boo. Thank you again for being, for choosing me as your first gift. And Boo, I hope that you have a great rest of your work shift. Also, Abby Lou, what is good? How are you doing today? Welcome into the stream. How are you, Abby? And Boo, thank you so much. Much love again. Much love, much love. Oh, Pork is off the server. Pork, guys, this is our chance, by the way. Also, I think, oh, we have like 14 seconds. Forgot that I had a timer. By the way, boss, thank you so much for the jump on the bed, by the way, Nationers. Give me a split second because I need to go jump. Hello? Hello? What the frick just happened? Hello? Guys? What the frick just happened? Guys, sorry. Abby Lou, I do remember you, Abby. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Ensure a lens is attached. Press the camera button to activate movie shooting. You guys were about to witness the greatest jump on the bed. It wouldn't even happen. The camera did not die, by the way, Nationers. I think it was just a lens thing. This lens has caused me so many issues. What do you mean? This lens has caused me so many issues over this year, okay? And also, by the way, Ladder, give me a split second. I hope you got that. That's the only time you're getting it, okay? Okay, Nationers, here we go. We're jumping on the bed, okay? In 3, 2, 1. Nationers, as you guys can tell, I do not have any blankets. They are still in the dryer. On top of that. Okay, that should be good. That honestly should be good. Also, Ladders, I hope that you got the edit that you wanted, by the way. Hopefully you did. The Lamar Jackson edit incoming. It should. Honestly, should. Also, wait, I also cannot figure out how to turn on channel points. So, Winnie, you do, for channel points to be activated, you do have to be an affiliate with Twitch. And I'm assuming if this is like your first few streams, I'm assuming you probably haven't hit the criteria yet for that. You can see that in your back end. I think it's 50 followers, averaging 3 viewers, and then streaming like 7 different days in that month. I think that's like the criteria. And so, obviously, streaming, I'm assuming maybe even the followers as well, might be some of the limitations there. So, yeah. Channel points will come when you do become an affiliate at some point. So, yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's just more a matter when. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps. We could let let him do a Shadur edit. Boo! Oh, guys, sorry. You wanted me to go 101 on in the Cleveland Highway? Right. Right. That's probably what you wanted me to do. Right. That's probably... Yeah. All right. Shadur not looking good for the Browns so far and not impressed. So do you base that off of like Cleveland Browns like mini camp footage that like I'm assuming some reporters or people that do cover the Cleveland Browns, I'm assuming that's probably... Mind you, I'm very much a box score type of person. I think your team is going to do really well, by the way, Manny. I genuinely believe that. A healthy Adam Thielen. You're coming in with Tet. You're coming in with Bryce Young in his 3rd year. Mind you, I think you guys are going to look good. I think you beat out the Saints for sure. I think the Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be tough to beat, though. You might win like one of those games because you actually did do really well against the Falcons last year. I think the Falcons are going to have a decently good offense with Michael Penix Jr. at quarterback. But I could see you guys being like fighting for second in that, though. Bro's going to go to jail. He got 2 speeding tickets in a month. Well, so much for a career. You know, it's time to shut it down, boss. It really is. 91 and a 65 and a 101 and a 60. See, I only actually, maybe I did hear about the second one. I only heard about the first one, the 101 one, but that's crazy that there was a 91 and a 65, which obviously is actually almost better because it's just like 26 over. And also, Winnie, yes, feel free to join the server. This is the times that I'm making strides. And this is where I beat Pork here. This is what I do. By the way,
also
boss!
the fact this dude got 2 speeding tickets in a month is wild ass.
Boss, thank you so much for the 16-month tier 1 sub, by the way, for 16 months in a row. That's crazy that the tier 2 auto cancel I click too slow. It is a-okay. Next month, we may see an upgrade again. We may not. Who knows? Cancel Proof Queen, thank you so much for sharing the live. Much love out to you on TikTok. Much love. Also, Pork, this is where I'm making strides to beat you right now because you're offline. So yeah, I got an ad and instantly subbed. That's so funny, to be honest. By the way, Cancel Proof Queen, you're very welcome. Thank you again so much for sharing the live. And most importantly, thank you so much for joining the nation, the realest community on the internet. Great to see you in here. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome in again. On top of that, oh, that was almost near perfect. I'm really starting to see that a lot of the sides, like that one in particular over there, they're getting really short, which I've been really liking. And also, Cancel Proof King, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Much love. Oh, man, he got it. And also, by the way, CPK, thank you so much for the 1 heart me. Much love. I'm gonna, if you don't mind me calling you CPK. It's a lot of syllable. It's like a tongue twister. If I were to say that 5 times fast, it's not gonna come out as Cancel Proof King or Queen. It's gonna be bad. But thank you, CPK. I will try and remember CPK and CPQ. I can remember that. I can most definitely remember that. If I can't remember that, I'm cooked. And also, I can't with y'all's organization. I swear I'm going to live alone on Shunk. Are you on Shunk right now, Pork? Because technically, like, the server's, like, kind of still up. So, like, you could still hop on it, even if it's only 1 person on it. But we did finish up that. Mind you, again, I'm telling you, like, these are getting really short. That's getting extremely short, by the way. So that's lovely to see. And even a lot of these backlines are getting really, really short. And also, great to see you guys in here on the TikTok stream. Hope you guys have been enjoying. Oh, okay. I see. So, I can't with y'all's organization. Yeah, so Sanders is going to jail soon. You think so? I mean, he's probably just going to post bond, right? Or post bail. Because technically he's not just being held. He's going to have to post bond because he's going to jail. I mean, unless... I'm assuming maybe that's the rule. I don't know. I haven't heard any reports that he's going to go to jail. The one thing that I really hate in the world is people who are, like, famous or have a boatload of money, like getting off like scotch-free from whatever they did. It like is the one thing that irks me on this planet. It's the one thing that I hate. And also, you're welcome, brother, and thank you so much. Me and my husband, who's CPK, I figured, are joining the U.S. Coast Guard. I don't know why I was going to say coastal. But that is very cool. When are you guys, I'm assuming you guys have done all the paperwork, which I've heard there usually is a ton in the military in general. But when are you guys, I guess, I don't know what the proper term is, but hopefully this describes it. But when are you guys like going to, I'm assuming basics. I think basics might be it. Aiden Brown, thank you so much for sharing the live. On top of that, Samantha Soto, thank you so much. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. How are you? Looks like my return stream burnt. Manny, did you stream today? Are you streaming right now? Girl really wanted us to move the windows so the chest matched. Oh no. Let's talk about how in our survival world Pork threw a fit over the chest not being OCD. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys are in the process of doing MEPS and ASFAB. And then we will know the date when we get shipped out for deployment. Very nice. And obviously basics, I'm assuming all of the training that usually, I'm assuming this is just kind of standard with things like that joining in. But that is super awesome. What made you guys want to join specifically the Coast Guard? And also, everyone hide the TikTok chat. Finity drafted us. I will say the memes of if the feds show up saying that I got drafted. Those have been quite funny. There was a 2-wide window, and they wanted to have 2 sides of different double chests in front of it instead of a single double chest. So they wanted to do. Okay, hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. So what you're talking about, Pork, is this is the window here. And they were doing double chest there instead of double chest there. So you were matching it, whereas they were splitting it. I could see both. It's not a bad idea. I can understand the OCD behind it. It also kind of depends on what where the window is kind of placed and what's around the chest, I feel. But I definitely get that. And also, oh goody, Aiden, my guy, I appreciate you sharing the live stream, by the way. I cannot read any of the chats though. Because BTC, and we are both driven to helping and saving people, and we've always had an interest in basic rescue swimmers. Very nice. We want to help people we love. Helping out, it's a great opportunity. We're joining the Florida Coast Guard. Oh, that's really nice. Aiden, my guy, I'm gonna mute you for like the entire live stream. Mind you, I love, oh my goodness, I can't even, you know what, let me unmute you because the share and live stream, brother is like sharing the live stream like crazy right now. Let me see if I could change my settings because I know that I can do that. Where are they? Extended chat. Oh, this is the one thing that I know that I can do, but I can't do at the same time. Oh, this is so annoying. Because I used to be able to, by the way, I used to be able to like only show. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. That should, oh my goodness. There we go. Finally. I appreciate you sharing, Aiden, but I could not see a single thing in the chat. By the way, Lil, what is good? How you doing today? And also CPQ, it would be the U.S. Coast Guard. I always say coastal. I don't know why I say coastal all the time. On top of that, Coast Guard, helicopter rescue swimmers. I would love going out there and saving people and serving our nation. That is so awesome. That is crazy. That is crazy cool. I love swimming myself. Maybe in a more like formal setting, but that is super cool. I absolutely love that for you guys. And hopefully, obviously, all the training, all the paperwork, all of that, nothing prevents you from doing what you guys love to do, which is always a blessing. And also, Lil, I am not AI generated. I do promise that I'm not AI generated. TikTok loves to say that I'm AI generated. I promise I'm not. On top of that, I don't think either of them even noticed I placed a 4th bed, so it was even with the other windows. Oh my gosh. By the way, Winnie, great to see you in on the server, by the way. And also, thank you so much for the hydration. I feel like I have 2 cavities. I feel like I do. The only reason why I say that is because not the main 2, but the one just right on both sides, they're very sensitive to the cold. And that's usually like the sign. You know what I mean? Like that's the sign. So yes, also, yes, hopefully that aspect goes smoothly. We'll let you know, brother. We also play Minecraft. Would love to love you on our server. What do you guys what type of server do you guys have? Is it Java? Is it Bedrock? Brother, I promise I floss just fine. My flossing is immaculate. Like, I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there. Just because, okay, just because you do floss or just because you do brush your teeth doesn't mean you can't get a cavity, okay? Doesn't mean you can't get a cavity, okay? It happens. It happens all the time. On top of that, also Bedrock as of now, it's Bedrock. All right, so this is the big one right here. And on top of that, Bedrock for now, but we both got versions as soon as we get CPK PC. Very nice. Very nice. I unfortunately only play Java, but if you guys ever do open up a version for that, then hit me up. Definitely interested. I do try and keep my server list minimal, but just because it's hard, especially like trying to make content, doing a bunch of other stuff, and trying to keep up with things like that. But definitely let me know. Java is the only one that I do have as of right now. But yeah, nonetheless, I do appreciate the invite nonetheless. We still have a long ways to go. Like I mentioned with this, I feel like every single time that I'm going around doing this, like it's getting smaller and smaller, which I've been really happy about. So that is great. Because we've been just going around in like a cinnamon swirl, just going around the world, around the world. Yes, boss. I promise not to crash out. I like how there's like so much warning on front of this question that you're about to ask. I'm genuinely... I'm more curious. Okay, so I actually mentioned this yesterday. Because if I were to spam this, mind you, I don't like use the right-clicking button like a whole lot, if that makes sense. If you know what I mean. Because my left arm is a little bit more like conditioned to like be going back and like doing that constantly. You know what I mean? My right arm is not so much conditioned to that. So what I do is like, yes, this is probably overall easier, but when I lose the stack, like I'm always having to like constantly like, and especially if I'm reading chat and I'm like trying to like do this. Oh, that is also very true. I could do that. I could do that. It is definitely faster, but I think the one thing that I'm just like not enjoying about like that process is I almost kind of prefer just to like do it like very passively at one rate. Because then in my mind, I don't know if this is if anyone else's brains work like this. If I feel like I feel like almost if I go too fast, you get that little burnout. You know what I mean? You're like, wow, like I just did all of that effort just to do like one cycle around. And I'm like, man, I have to do that so many more times. Whereas if I could just like pace myself like this, it's a marathon, not a sprint type of thing. Because if I did that for like these outer layers, oh my gosh, we would not be here right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how, like, my brain kind of operates that, because I look at it and I'm like, well, yeah, I could get it done faster, but I'm probably going to be, like, way exhausted doing it. Whereas this, I can react to chat. I'm pacing myself with my left. You know what I mean? I can pace it. Okay. So another warning label on top of this, okay? I promise not to crash out. But I hope that you did enjoy my answer because I think it was a very valid reason behind that. Why are you extending the island in the first place? Not a very crash outy question, I will say. The reason why is because I have a plan for a farm. I have a plan for some things that I think could very much work. And I think the big thing is that's you know, that's like freaking do this. You know what I mean? So that is my question. By the way, Winnie, if you actually do want to visit my island, you can actually do /IS space warps with an S on the end. And my island warp listing should be on there, by the way. And also, thank you so much, by the way, CPQ. I do appreciate the love. That is definitely reciprocated, of course. Much love out to you both, King and Queen. Great to see you guys in here. And yeah, we're gonna try and build something insane. We're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you know I at least tried. And I think I have an idea for what I could do with this. I have a few ideas. I have quite a few ideas. And yes, Winnie, you are stuck in a glass box just because you could imagine some of the other people that do join in from the stream do try and come into the base and whatnot. So I do have it a little restricted as of right now. That's how it is for everyone, of course. Just so you guys can see what I am doing on the server, but also just like not bugging the process of what is going on. Just because that happens a lot more than I like to admit. So on top of that, I think the farm, it could be very big. I don't think it will be as big as I'd imagine it, but I think it'll still be pretty big. So yeah, I do think so. By the way, Stymir and J-Bay, welcome back. How are you guys both doing today? Great to see you guys in here. Kyrie Irving just joined in on the TikTok live. Welcome in, Kyrie. Hopefully that ACL is healing up. As a Dallas fan, I need you. I need you. Also, Stymir, thank you so much for leaving some likes. J-Bay as well. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, J-Bay. I'm doing well, just placing quite a bunch of blocks right now. But I know it's going to pay off in the end. I know it's going to pay off in the end. I just know it. I just know it. So, with that said, I do think that it will be quite the farm. By the way, Jalen, great to see you in on the Twitch stream. Great to see you in here again. Much love, much love. So, like I said, Nationers, this is going to start closing off. And once this is closed off on this side, oh my goodness, my life is going to be so much easier. Because then I'm only going to have to focus in on like, almost like an L shape, like in Tetris. Little L shape type of block, which isn't too bad. Pineapple. There we go. I would like to get a few more keys back because I've spent the past like 2 weeks just kind of grinding out bits and bobs there. I think if I were paying more attention, I'd have like all of that in like a day or like a night, but I'm not paying that much attention to it. So yeah, by the way, Spidey, what is good? How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. And yes, boss, hopefully no crash out. Hopefully that was a very it was a non-crash outy question. Because I think you were genuinely curious and not questioning why, not questioning the methods to the madness. Like, why are you doing it that way? You know what I mean? I think the question was very questionable. I think it was a very good question. So, we're about to run it. We have 3 more stacks, okay? I can remember that. I can remember we have 3 more stacks. Oh, pork is back. Guys, I cannot beat pork money-wise right now. You guys have been on, like, a balance ego, by the way. Like, I saw yesterday a boss at $1.375 billion. I saw a boss at that. Then, I saw port go like 1 million, like above that at $1.376 billion. So they've just had like a billion flex off over like the last like few days, it seems like. So yeah, this should be our last stat coming up. I will say I've been able to finally get in 2 rotations and some. The rotations used to only be 1 rotation, 2 rotation, and then I'd be done. But now I've finally been able to get a few more rotations around the world. So let's go ahead and add those. Let's go ahead and add these. Let's go back over here and let's continue. We got to continue. But Jalen, how are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Try and even this up. Very nice. Manny, by the way, I'm going to get ahead of the curve because I feel like you might ask me, but I also want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the Drew Holiday trade, Manny, that happened, I think, like right as I ended stream. Or no, I think it happened during stream. Yeah, most definitely happened during stream. And then, what are your thoughts on the Kristaps Porzingis, the Tingus Pingus trade, by the way, Manny? I really want to get my original idea to work, but it's just so much work. I mean, this is the love of Skyblock. If you are able to create that, you have to think about, like, that's the legacy. You're gonna win season 1 of the Skyblock before the first reset, you know? You know, so, yeah. Them Tingus Pingus. Tingus Pingus is in Atlanta now. The Lithuanian... Oh, is he Latvian? He might be Latvian. Tingus Pingus. Got traded to the Hawks. George Niang is now back on the Celtics. And of course, Terrence Mann, who was in the Bogdanovich trade that sent him to Atlanta, is now on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets have 6 picks. 6 picks in the first round tomorrow. You know how insane that is? That's nuts. That's genuinely nuts. I don't know if there's ever been that many picks in the first round by one team ever. And who knows if they actually use all of it? They might utilize like the 10th pick, maybe, and like maybe like the 22nd to like move up into like the top 5. Though I will say, this is my thought process, especially with the NBA draft that's coming tomorrow, Nationers. I don't know how I just don't know how like things are gonna go. I think there's been a lot of just like parity. Like I remember Cam Whitmore last year was gonna go like super high and then didn't. So yeah. By the way, thanks to Shams, the Fabrizio Romano of basketball. He's letting us know the details, man. He's letting us know the details. By the way, Ladder, is it actually edited? That's crazy if you edited that fast. Let me go to your profile real fast. There's no way you have it up that fast. There's no way. Oh my gosh. There's actually no way you have it up already. Also, this is crazy. Guys, I need you guys to see this with me, okay, chat? I need you guys to see this with me. This is going to be a group effort here, okay? A group effort, okay? So, the guy in the TikTok chat, I'm on your ladder, by the way. He just made this. He said, put your hand on the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. Okay, here we go. By the way, Ladder, give me a split second. Oh, he did his other hand. That's crazy that you have that up like so fast. That is crazy that you did that so fast. Give me a split second. Crazy, crazy. Crazy already. Crazy already to have that like locked in, by the way. Like you just had it prepared. That's crazy. Kudos out to you, by the way, on that. That might be like one of the first ever edits that I've been a part of. So thank you. He actually did it. He's done it, guys. He was not joking. Like some people say that, but like, I don't know if they ever make an edit. They're like, name an NBA player, name an NFL player, name a famous athlete for an edit, or like name a car for an edit. And I'm like, I don't know if they ever post them. You know what I mean? Gosh, I hope they do. But also, CJ, great to see you in here. How are you doing today, my guy? Welcome back. This is exactly where I left the stream yesterday. Yes, we are replaying the VOD right now as we speak. That was actually a really short line, too. So this should be a whole stack. Let me see how much of this I can do. Because I just started this line with a stack, so. That's good news, because then I should be able to count how many stacks I used on one side. Should I start making edits again? Pork, what were the type of edits that you made beforehand? What were they? I feel like I vaguely remember them. I mean, they would have been a really long time ago, but I feel like I vaguely remember that. But also, Ladders, great edit, by the way. I should have done it with my left hand. If you don't mind, could I do it again? But also, could you clear the display? I feel like the display, that was, okay. That was 2 3/4. Thank you, Ladder, by the way. They were so long ago. What were they edits of? Were they edits of like Vine guys, like the Dolan twins or something? By the way, I'll make a Jared edit in 3 to 4 years. I'm counting the days, okay? Once 4 years hits from now, in 2029, there should be an edit up there. By the way, Jared Bonet, what is good? Thank you so much for the 1 rose. Much love out to you. Welcome in here, by the way, Jared. How are you doing today? What were they like edits of? Were they like edits up like Captain Puffy? Still intrigued. It was a random mix of YouTubers and TikTokers. Okay. So it was like of people. It wasn't like a montage edit. Okay. I mean, you absolutely could. No, Puffy was way after my edit. Okay, okay. Just to put that into the timeline. You know, I still think about that when we were playing Pow World and we were covering that one island, Pork. I remember what you were talking about with like the engagement, like fake engagement. She's like, well, what are you talking about? I was never engaged. Like, why are you guys digging into my personal life? As if she did not post like things about it. Also, Jared, doing well, man. Good to see you still crafting. I mean, oh my goodness, I'm still placing. It's been quite a lot. But nonetheless, Jared, great to see you in here. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, by the way, my guy. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. So that's good to know that it takes about 2 and odd some to get around to that bottom. Or like to the sides. That's kind of nice to know. I'm assuming that also means for the backside as well. I'm assuming. How much do I have left? Yeah, I should still be able to do like a full row and maybe still have some left. Possibly. But back to the NBA Draft Nationers. I'm very excited about it. I think Cooper Flag, I know that the Dallas Mavericks. Why did I say Denver? They don't even have a top pick. They're going to be kind of in purgatory for a while, too. Like, they're going to be in purgatory. Let me tell you that. Did I ever tell you that she played on the same Minecraft MCC team as my favorite streamer, so I was forced to watch her? Okay. Did I ever tell you that you played on the same Minecraft account, or excuse me, the same MCC team as one of my favorite streamers, so I was forced to watch her? So let me ask you this: are you still effing with Puffy? I mean, maybe you don't like watch her streams anymore, but like, are you like, oh no, like I can't watch her anymore? But you were forced to watch her because of the MCC team. Also, I still have no idea the answer to this question, by the way. Which item do you use to power a beacon? Still have no idea. I did like gem or ores, gems. Yeah, I have no idea the answer to it. Also, Planet, welcome in on the TikTok live. King Ryan, welcome back. How are you doing today? How do you get items in Lucky Blocks PvP? In solo, all Lucky Blocks give me nothing. Interesting, King. Yeah, I still have no idea what that is. Block of... No, not block of iron. Still have no idea. Own Planet, now you're back on Twitch. And now you're back on TikTok. King, are you playing on a server that has Lucky Blocks PvP? There used to be this one server that I think I made videos on. Honestly, fire server. I don't have beef with her, but I never watch her. That's fair. That's fair. I guess when you were talking about like I was forced to watch her, I was thinking there was like some bad blood that you're like, oh, I can't like stand watching her anymore. That's I guess what I was thinking based on that context. But hopefully the MCC team did well. On top of that, CJ, welcome back, random. But me and a friend of mine have been recently playing Fallout 76 a bit recently. It's really good. Very nice, by the way, CJ. How have you been enjoying it? Obviously, you said it's really good. How far are you along in Fallout 76? But I don't know if the actual... Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah, no answer. They don't give us an answer for that. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's a very valid... Like, a very valid thing to say. Like, there's like some creators that I'm like, yeah, I kind of like, I'd like kind of prefer not to watch them, you know? Somehow in teams of 4, all yellow blocks, lucky blocks give me items, but nothing in solo and PvP. I mean, are you the only one that's not getting anything in solo? They end up winning? Well, that's good. Well, I mean, there's only, excuse me. You can't do much better than winning. I tune into a stream like here and then when I see that she is live, because I'm like not chronically checking if she's like live. But if I see that she is live, I'll check. You know what I mean? We just had a fight with a cool dragon claw, and I honestly don't know how far I am. Well, that's kind of nice though. Best stream on Twitch, placing stone brick slabs. Planet, it's the best. This is content right here, guys. Let me finish this line. I want you guys in the chat, guess how many slabs I've placed. I can at least tell you it's over 10,000. I can at least tell you that. By the way, I randomly check into all what she's up to, and it's so weird seeing all the OG viewers. So there's like people, like I'm assuming moderators, like I'm assuming like people like that. Like, and obviously assuming there's people like yourself, like in my stream that are on her stream. Jared Bonet just guessed 10,001. We have 18,030, 16. We're grinding 15 hours of stone brick slab placing. It's very educational. Statistics, item, times used. Oh! 40,600? Nationers, that's insane. I remember checking yesterday, it was at 16,000. That's insane. 40,662. That's nuts, by the way. That's actually crazy. That's going to be north of 50,000 soon. I was right. It was more than 7. Moy, how you doing today? Manny, you were... What did you guess? I don't think you guessed anything, Manny. Winnie was the closest. Catnip Parsley, wait, I don't know what's AI here. Nothing is AI. TikTok loves saying that I'm AI generated content. I promise you I am not Catnip. Did he guess in Minecraft? What did he guess in Minecraft? He did guess 45,000. So technically he's closest, but he was over. So that's drama in itself, guys. It's drama in itself. Sorry, man, I didn't realize. Having trouble with the stream of Stonebrick placing. Call our helpline at reloadyourinternet.com. Jared, we're not actually watching him play. Yeah, this is all just AI, as you can see. If you see how the lava's moving, that's how AI fluid would work. As you can see here by this is how AI fluid works. Yeah, that cow would never die like that. Like, look at how that... Oh, what? I guess 9, 7. It's just AI generated content. It is. Goodness sakes. Also, lucky blocks that work to give items is blue and rainbow. They're in middle of solo and it's rigged. That's interesting though. The people watching and typing in chat are AI. I have disguised my stream as a fully functioning stream. I have trained this AI for 10 years so that I do not have to do anything. So, you know, like those moments when I'm reading a chat, by the way, and I'm not reading what you guys are saying. That's the AI malfunctioning, guys, okay? Right, it definitely is Planet. It definitely is the internet. It's not the stone brick placing that's breaking everything. It's definitely the internet. I'll have to give you... Please do, Pork, because obviously you were tapped in. You know a lot about that community. I'd definitely love to know the mod stuff. And what did I remind you of? Is it the mod? Is it like the mod tea and whatnot? It might. I don't know. Also, thank you to all of you guys watching in on the TikTok live stream. Also, thank you to all of you guys watching in on the Twitch live stream. Much love out to all you guys. I hope that you guys are all enjoying the stream. I know it's just me placing stone brick for now, but I hope to actually finish this today. I really do. That's surprisingly enough. I actually do hope to finish this today. Also, by the way, Secluded Riddle 2, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Oh, 7 up to you. But yeah, Pork, I would definitely love to know a little bit more about the said mod drama. Because mod drama, any drama, you know, I mean, we love drama. Drama shows are a big hit for a reason. They are. You know, we can't hide that. We have to embrace that, Nationers, okay? So, all of that to say, yeah, we're gonna finish this today. I know we are. I know we are. I know we are. Also, Nationers, I know that I've mentioned that tomorrow I was gonna go to the all-comers meet. I don't think I am. One, because of the draft. Two, because my left foot. So, if you guys have been around the streams, you guys know that I've kind of been dealing with a right foot injury. It's kind of hindered me from like running and doing stuff. I have seemingly kind of got the same thing that's happened to my right foot, but on my left foot. In a way. So I have a little bit of turf toe on my left foot right now, so I'm actually going to let that heal and rest. I would have loved to actually record. It would have been kind of fun to go and record. But we're going to take some time to actually rest, and we will see what that looks like. But yeah, this left foot, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I just want to be healthy. Like, I can deal with like a little bit of a knee issue. The hard part about your feet is like you're almost like on your feet constantly. You know what I mean? Like you're always on your feet, Nationers. You know what I mean? You're always on your feet. So, not super good news there. That I've kind of been getting the same thing on my left foot as I got on my right foot. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to continue to ice it. I don't think it's too bad as of right now. I just have a little bit of discomfortability walking, but other than that, I think it's been mostly okay. But yeah, that's kind of the news as of right now. So yeah, when you contact our helpline, you'll be greeted with a nice response, which is the following: reload your internet and don't call back. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh, so sorry that your order did not ship. Sucks to suck. Imagine Amazon help center. Oh my goodness. So that's kind of what's been going on with my foot. Not super happy about it, but it happens. Secluded. I would say I've had this for about a month, Secluded. Actually, I think yesterday would have been about a month, or today would have been about a month. I don't remember. I think it maybe was the 23rd. That was like the first time that I did hop on. So it probably is about a month. Secluded. I haven't actually streamed this in a while, so actually finally coming back to stream it, to actually be on it, to actually give it its graces and whatnot. And Secluded, this is actually not my server. This is one of my viewer servers. He created a Skyblock. He's been working really long and hard on it all year. So yeah, we're finally able to play on it now. The IP is right below my webcam here. So if you are interested in joining, feel free to. If that doesn't work, please contact management. Right. I think Stream Elements is definitely the one that they should contact. Plan. I do think so. Declan Carey, what is good? Welcome in. It unfortunately is just Java as of right now. I don't know any plans as for Bedrock or anything related to that, but as of right now, it is only Java. Also, this light, I don't know why this light, did I have like a light setting off? This light like seems like really bright. Let me check. Should be around like 25%, which it is at 25%. I just feel like every time I'm looking at my screen, I'm just like, my eyes are starting to burn. By the way, CJ, yes, lunchtime, baby, let's go. Or Planet, yes, Planet's also great. Because then you're the one that set up the hotline, so it makes sense that you would manage any of the formal email messages, of course, with management. That's cool. I have Java. I just started a new series for my TikTok Live, Secluded. Oh, that's super cool. What series are you doing right now, by the way, Secluded? Do, 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 do. So, I think I should be able to do like a whole nother line after I finish this one up, to be honest. I feel like we're getting to that point where like we are saving so much, just like of everything that we've been doing. We've been saving quite a lot, so super happy about that. Ive, what is good? Welcome in. But yeah, I guess the hard part, Nation, is, as you guys can tell, we have been just kind of going back and forth, and I can, like, earlier today I was just doing this. I was just like, once I heard block stops, if I knew I was at a corner like that, then I'd turn. And I just do this. That's what I was doing earlier. And honestly, CJ, it's been a great year for gaming. I think that there's been a ton of new games, ton of new game announcements too, that have been really good. Like Wukong was a big game this year. Obviously, we've gotten announcements about GTA 5. We were supposed to get that this year, if I'm not wrong. We were supposed to get that this year. But obviously, with the delay, it happens. Leave your reviews and any concerns for when you're not on call with the helpline. If anyone says anything negative about the help, you will receive one free slap and also buy one, get one free. Sorry, GTA 6, sorry. GTA 6, sorry about that. But yeah, I think it's been a great year for gaming. I feel like gaming's definitely been... I mean, I think gaming had a huge resurgence through COVID because that's kind of like what most people were able to do. Yeah, sorry. GTA 6. GTA 5 just like rolls off the tongue so well. You know what I mean? Like there's so much grace with when you say GTA 5. You know what I mean? GTA 6... yeah, it just feels like a lot. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh my goodness. See? Yeah, it's just... yeah, I feel like I've been placing quite a lot of blocks right now. That I'm just like, wow, I could just zone off. I can just go to sleep. There we go. I know, it's been so long since GTA 4. It's been so long since GTA 5. One of my friends, Kenneth, he was playing GTA 4. And man, I was watching his bank heist. I was like, man, like the graphics in this game aren't even bad. Like they're just like, yeah, they're a little out of like the times that we have now, but they're not even that bad. By the way, I'm just better. Welcome back. And also, Secluded, I was thinking about starting another series, but working full time is so hard to set a schedule. Well, Secluded, hopefully, if you are able to find time, you are able to continue with the series that you are working on right now. You have a new Skyblock, a hard mode, and Pixelmon. Very nice. So you've started like a few new series. Very nice. Pixelmon's always fun. Anytime that I play Pixelmon, I've always really enjoyed it. By the way, welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. I'm just better. Welcome back. But I feel like even with the Skyblock, I mean, I feel this is what I would do. If I'm in your shoes and I have like 3 different things going on right now, like focus on one, finish it up. Then once you finish that one up, you at least have something else to fall back to. Finish that one up, you at least have something to fall back to. And hopefully by then you have more ideas that you're excited about playing. So yeah. But that is still super cool, by the way, Secluded. That is really, really cool. And I guess, are you familiar with a lot of the Pokemon in, obviously, Pixelmon in this case? Are you familiar with Pokemon and a lot of the evolutions from a lot of the base ones, etc.? See, that almost got me 2 full units there. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are getting there. By the way, Tex! Did I just see who I just saw in the TikTok stream, by the way? I think I just saw Miss Tex, Miss Spicy Apple Juice. Miss Texas County Rodeo Queen. I think I just saw Tex. She's also leaving some likes on the TikTok live stream. I believe you did just see who you just saw. And my eyes are not deceiving me, Tex. Welcome back. How are you doing today, Tex? First of all, welcome back. Second of all, thank you so much for leaving some likes. Third of all, how are you? And also, I spent a lot of my life with Pokemon and Minecraft. Very nice. What is your favorite starting Pokemon? And what is your favorite Pokemon of all time? Also, CJ, thank you so much, by the way. I'm going to head out. Keep up the AI slop. It's coming in. We are literally pumping out the AI slop right now. We are. Nonetheless, CJ, thank you again so much for being here. Congrats, Mr. Jared Hathaway. You won one free pass. This free pass makes you say anything negative about our helpline and not receive a slap. Please use responsibly. Okay. Me and my boyfriend have a bond over Pokemon. We played Pokemongo a lot. Interesting. What is Pokemongo? I'm doing all right. Kind of got stuff going at the moment, but hey, we're here and pushing kids over. That's good. You're in the halls just being like, nope, that's my space. You gotta go. You gotta go. Love that. Oh. See, there was no space between Pokemon and Go. So, and it was all lowercase. So I was like, what's Pokemon Go? I was thinking it was all one word. I do know what Pokemon Go is. I promise you guys I do. I was like heavily addicted to that when I was like 15. Sorry, I didn't realize that it was Pokemon Go and not Pokemon Go. But also the OG Charmander, go-to starter, and Gengar is definitely my favorite. Very nice. I am a Bulbasaur starter. Love Bulbasaur. I just like the look of it. So yeah. My favorite is Grookey, the grass starter. Very nice. Grookey's one that I have not heard. I guess I've only ever heard of the three. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Those are like the only three that I've ever really heard of. Maybe there's a fourth one. I only feel like there's three. But I could be wrong. I'm old. Started on Red Fire version on Game Boy Advance. Very nice. I did have a Game Boy Advance. I remember one of my favorite games playing that I ever played on it was I had the Sonic the Hedgehog game, and I'd always try and beat Mr. Egg. But then on top of that, there was another one called Over the Hedge. You guys probably know Over the Hedge movie. Steve Carell is a squirrel, and he's like literally off the bonkers. Great movie, by the way. But that I had on the Game Boy Advance, and that was an amazing game. I never had any Pokemon games growing up, so it wasn't like a large part of my childhood, if that makes sense. Planet, I do see your poll, by the way. I'm hoping that Pork would get to it because she's moderator. And yeah, Over the Hedge is a lovely movie, by the way. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. On top of that, I do start college in August, though. By the way, Tex, congratulations on graduating. Congratulations, by the way. That's a huge accomplishment, by the way. And also, very cool, Tex. Congratulations. Wishing you well with that. The poll question, it's like a few chats up, by the way. It says, is Planet Lord YT's helpline 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star? Let's just do a 1, 3, 5-star. Let's just do that because you can only have 4 options if I'm not wrong. By the way, Wyatt, what is good? Hammy the squirrel. He's like literally, he's like ADHD squirrel. It's crazy. It's a great movie though. Fantastic movie. I watched it last year. But Dex, congratulations again. But I'm loving you guys as starters, by the way. Loving you guys as starters. Sorry, I'm getting... Ooh! Leah, great to see you in here. Welcome in. I sent a picture in Discord, Jared. Okay, I don't usually check Discord, but I do kind of need a break from that. So let me pop. Oh! He's like a grass... Is he literally a grass monkey? That funky monkey? Grass monkey junkie, the funky monkey. Do you guys know that song, by the way? You guys know Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys? Amazing song, by the way. I think, how did I know about that song? I think that song came up on like Guitar Hero 2, maybe? And that's how I know it. Great song, by the way. Oh, guys, what item do you use to power a beacon? Oh my gosh, we didn't even get an answer on it. Why do I hear two of you, Spidey? I wonder why. I wonder why. You're getting like harmony vocals in the back. So yeah, Nether Star? No, that's usually the answer because that's like how you make a beacon. Yeah, and it will never say the answer. So we are just going to keep guessing. I wonder if Blue League just changed the answer to like some random... There was a question, by the way. What does TNT stand for? Does anyone know what TNT stands for, by the way? Like, it stands for something, of course. It does. Most abbreviations do. This one included. I only know it simply because of that question. I had to look that one up. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Tex, thank you. How have you been since the car crash? I have been good. Driving's still been a little bit, kind of rough. I don't know if it's just because I'm, like, going at, like, the worst times, but, like, drivers on the road do, like, not know how to drive. It's just the amount of times that, like, people are, like, tailgating. It, like, I'm just like, oh, my gosh. It's just so frustrating. Trintyroline or something similar to that. But yeah, mind you guys, all of that happened in December. I'm good now. I still deal with a little neck things here and then. Driving has been like by far the worst case scenario of that and whatnot. I made a whole video about it on the second channel. If you look up more Jared on YouTube, on the YouTube search, I'm sure you'll find it. It's like a green background of me. I'm sure you guys can find that channel. And most importantly, by looking at more Jared, the video, I think it's like my latest video on that. Totally not tired. Exactly. I think that it's a very valid answer. It honestly should be. And also, that was December, Text. Yeah, you were like a few months, like 4 or 5 months into your senior year, and now you're graduated. That's crazy. Renz, welcome back. How you doing today? I almost cramped mid-workout. I haven't worked out within 3 years, Renz. Oh my goodness. Where did you almost cramp? Quads, hamstring, calves, side ache. Usually the more typical ones. By the way, Nationers, I've been good. I mean, I still deal with a few things, you know, post car crash. Like, driving is by far the hardest on me. Like, mentally, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, please do not, like, pull out. Like, when cars are, like, in turn lanes, I'm like, please, like, notice me. Like, please see me. Like, it's very, like, a psychological thing. To, like, deal with a lot. Because, like, you see videos of car crash. I'm sure we've all seen videos of car crashes. So imagine you're in a 2-lane. Somebody's, like, not on the lanes, but they're, like, just outside in, like, a parking lot and whatnot. And let's say, like, the car right of you is turning right into that parking lot. Let me draw the diagram, guys. Let me get out the paint, okay? Let me get out the good trusted paint here, okay? Let me get out the good trusted paint, just so you guys can kind of literally envision this, okay? So we have, I'm gonna do like a double, and you have a turn lane here, and you have a turn lane there. This is, you know, this is that, and you have this. You have that again. I'm going to draw these a little closer. And then you have boom, 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 boom. And you have this, okay? So now with this, actually, you have more like this. And this car wants to turn there, right? You're here. That car's there turning in. You guys understand what I'm drawing here? This car never sees me because I'm in the line of sight there, right? So it never sees me. And it's like, oh, I have like a free like turn because there's no cars behind us. This is my fear. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at, like sometimes. Or like maybe there's a car here and it wants to turn, because that's what happened. I was in this lane and a car turned and then we crashed here. This was the impact, very similarly. And so just like any car turning, very terrifying. Or this is the one thing, Nationers. So minus all of these cars, there's a car here wanting to turn this way into this parking lot. It wants to go this way, right? There's a car here. I'm here and I'm trying to slide in there, but this car also wants to slide in here. But so it just like butts up. Like that's the worst. You know what I'm saying? Being that car trying to turn out of the parking lot is always a bad where I live. It's genuinely like this car getting here is like the worst. You have to like, it's very situation. You have to have lived like a situation where you've like nearly pulled out when this car is to know that, oh crap, there probably is a car that's going this way. So yeah, that's by far the hardest psychologically of like, just like I need that car not to turn. I need that car to make a decision because like you're driving, you can't make decisions for other cars. You know what I mean? By the way, man, this AI generated content is really realistic. I try my best. I really do try my best to make it as realistic as possible. By the way, Winnie, thank you so much for playing on the server, by the way. I don't know if you are heading out for the night, but thank you so much for joining in on the server and playing. Hopefully you got some questions right throughout the guessing games and whatnot. And also, Jared, I am back. I'm finally captain on Marvel Rivals. On what hero, by the way? Sorry, guys. That was me. I was just excited to see Jared. Great to see you. Excuse me. Tex. How have I messed that one up? Out of the a million times. How do I always get that messed up? Because I just read Pork's message about being that car. And then when you messaged Tex, great to see you back, by the way. Much love out to you. Most importantly, I hope that you're doing well. I thought we were through this phase too. I've been like really good over the last like few-ish like times that Texas came through, especially because like it's very like once every 6 months. So Tex, great to see you back. Jared, great to see you back. Ren's great to see you back. He was spamming one, so I had to block him. I did. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I still have so much more too. And also Planet. Did Winnie head out? So you were saying bye to someone. Oh, got off because of my laptop, Winnie. Was hot again. No worries. I completely understand, especially with the laptop getting hot. My laptop does get very hot. I usually have to like keep it. Keep it propped up just so it doesn't like heat like the table it's on. You know what I'm saying? But also, Jared, what hero did you get captain on? But yeah, Jared, hamstring quads almost a cramp kind of hurts. Not the hamstring. Those ones are the worst, by the way. Those ones will do ya, especially on leg day too. Let me finish this up, by the way, Jared. I will definitely jump on the bed. And also, Storm, very nice. You went straight home. I've had a few where I've like done a leg workout, like I've almost cramped and like drove home, and I've been like, oh my gosh. Those have been some rough ones. Minecraft Dad, welcome in on the TikTok stream. I think I have one more. No, that was it. All right. Nationers. It is time to go jump on the bed once again, okay? Tex is just used to me saying it. You know what? I've done it so many times. I'm glad that you become just like so numb to it. I'm so glad. Alrighty, Nationers. We jump on the bed in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Okay, we don't need that. The lens is attached, though. The lens is attached. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's there. Gaha, thank you so much for the kind compliments about that. Also, Tex, why do you need a job to play? Because I gotta pay for Java. Tex, what are you doing for work? I need to grab some more slabs, by the way, Nationers. He didn't hit the wall, so that's a plus. Oh, sheesh. One day I'm gonna hit it. There's like a bunch of stuff in the corner right there that I have not been able to move, so that's been kind of a process. I'm actually gonna keep what I have here. Where was I at? Oh, I'm over here. Winnie, sounds good. Thank you so much for the lurk. Much love. Why did we do that? What was that for? So Jared Destroyer decided to redeem jump on the bed, and so I jumped on the bed for that reason. Big Timmy Ladders, welcome back. How you doing today again? I thought maybe I was thinking like you were buying it. Maybe I was wrong. The edit was so peak. I'm glad. I hope it gets so many views, by the way, ladders. I really hope it does. I really hope it reaches my audience. You know, hopefully people do end up liking it. It's a great edit. It's a great edit. So yeah, I'm hoping that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, yawning. Well, I don't work yet, but I don't know what I'm going to do because there's so many places where I'm going to college. So I'm just going to find out when I get there. That's very fair. My second question, Tex, is what are you doing for your studies? Are you doing an AA? Are you doing a certain study like physical therapy, animal sciences, things like that? Do you remember the long lost Billy? I do, Planet. Well, he's long lost, so actually I don't remember Billy. By the way, Bella, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today? I had to crop it because of the quality issues. That's very fair. I hope that again that it does well for your page, by the way, ladders. And thank you for letting me and asking me to be a part of that. He's still causing trouble over on East Avenue. Well, I have not been there since we actually liquidated the company. The company has been liquidated. So my mind, it's been on the next business. You know what I mean? Stock and spend, Mo and Moolah. What was the one that we did for flipping, house flipping? What was that one? What was the house flipping one that we had? We had one for house flipper, but I don't remember what it was. Mo and Moolah, that was the mowing company that we built. That was honestly a ton of fun. I did actually enjoy that one a lot. Mo and Moolah. DoorDash delivery, that was a fire one. DoorDash delivery was great. Okay, so yeah, my major is agricultural business, which is for business in the management and agricultural. Going for that bachelor's, very nice. I kind of assume that's like if I had a guess on what you would be going to college for, that's like probably within like my top 3. Scats and stuff, what is good? How are you doing today? Great to see you back here. It's a very fitting job. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's very fitting. Knowing, like, what you do, knowing what you enjoy, like, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Like, am I surprised? Absolutely not. Oh, my goodness. So, Nation, we've been placing these for like an hour and like 30 minutes. We've been on the grind right now, Nationers. I promise you, I will finish this. I promise you guys. I promise you guys, we will finish it. Also, how are you standing on air in survival? So I actually do have a rank that allows me to fly on this server. Smoke, so that's how I'm able to fly, because I am flying right now and walking around. Yeah, didn't expect anything different from me. That's what I'm saying. Jared, you also got your very first ad on the stream in a long time. Crazy work going on there, Jared. There we go. I'm falling asleep because I've just been watching Stonebreak Slabs for the past hour. Either that or I'm old. It might be a mix of both, by the way, Planet. You're getting old and you've been watching this for an hour. But yeah, like I think many of us said, Tex, I don't think that it's a shocker. I think that's like it's very fitting. That's kind of crazy, Jared. You got just like a 1 month, just like... You've just had like a 1 month, like, just wait. I love it. 1 month stream free, ad free. I love it. I mean, if you're calling me old at 23, now 24, then you're old at 20. You know what I'm saying, Planet? In text, I just look like I just took like 5 melatonin. So if I'm not out soon, then I'm about to pay somebody to knock me in the noggin. That's crazy. What milligram dosage did you take to take 5? Do you need to be up at like a certain time? Cole, welcome back. Clutch, welcome back. How are you guys both doing today on the TikTok stream? That's crazy. Every time that I take a melatonin tablet, I have the most vivid dreams. I had one. By the way, Cole, what's good? How you doing today? Great to see you in here. And Clutch, glad to hear that you're doing good. I had one yesterday, Nationers, that I was, I don't know what the frick I was doing, but this water bottle that you see over my shoulder here, apparently I was using that. I was trying to prove a point to my friend because we were staying overnight in like this very slim cabin, almost like an Airbnb type. Very slim, very long, had like a living room, but like a kitchen living room type of situation. Very long, right? Very slim, slender. And I was trying to prove a point about I was about to so apparently if I mixed milk and sugar, it would like bubble up and it would almost in a way like ferment these Oreos to give them like a honeycomb crisp. That was what like I was doing in my dream yesterday. Not to mention there's a whole Spartan race after that was going on. So apparently if I put milk and sugar into that water bottle, no water, of course, but it was used as like the, the base for my operations, and it started boiling milk and sugar, right? And apparently it made, I don't even know what they were, but it was like Oreos, and it made them almost like a honey crisp, like outside and exterior. I have no idea what the frick was going on in that dream. It was very interesting though. Cole, it's going well. It went well. I had the melatonin gummies that were like 5 each, I think, and I still took like 6. This one was a 3 milligrams, so yeah, I'm about to eat like the whole bottle. That's crazy. Time for fact or cap. Okay. Very interesting. No, but it wasn't in a frying pan. It was just like I had put milk and sugar into this, and I put like a bunch of Oreos in there, and they basically just like, they created like a glaze crisp around the outside. By the way, Clutch, thank you so much for the 10. What's up? How are you doing today, Clutch? Great to see you in here. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, by the way, Tex. It's crazy. It was very interesting hours, I might add. And Clutch, thank you so much for the 1 sunglass, by the way, my guy. Much love out to you. Much love, much love. And then yesterday, I have very vivid dreams. Mind you, I can remember my dreams very well. Like, very much in detail. I can tell you who was there, what they were wearing. I can tell you, like, how things happened. Like, yesterday, or last night, I had a dream. I was with a friend of mine, and we were doing a Spartan race. And we were in Montana-ish, and we were setting up, and apparently there's a warm-up course. And a part of the warm-up course is like this almost like surrounding circular area that you apparently go on during the course. So you can imagine while you're doing the race, there's a bunch of people like warming up on it. So you have to like watch out. And mind you, like there are these quizzes throughout like the Spartan race that make absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense, by the way. And like there's a bunch of what would you call? Oh no, I hate it's so frustrating. So yeah, it's a whole ordeal. Like I can remember like everything that I had done, everything that I dreamed of. It's quite the experience, to be honest. By the way, Clutch, has it been 2 years, by the way? That's absolutely insane. That it's been 2 years. That's actually kind of nuts, by the way. That's actually nuts. And also, well, I had a dream that I was dating a WWE wrestler, not disclosing who, and my ex was there with us, but she was just a friend and we never dated. So it was like this weird, like situation, because like I think in your head you knew that you had, but like almost like you didn't, because you're not 22, because you're not like acting like that. Kind of interesting. That's pretty crazy. There we go. Cool. And we did just in fact break up like last week, so I don't know, guys. Some people are gonna look at it as a sign. I think it's a sign to run, which I guess you already did. By the way, Planet, I know it's late there. Thank you again so much for always tuning into the stream. By the way, Planet, always 7 up to you, my friend. Most importantly, I hope that you have a great night's rest. Thank you so much for the lurk, by the way. Much love. Whenever I dream, it happened to me 2 months later. Okay, so Jared, this was like my spiritual awakening. Like, that was like my one spiritual awakening. I was telling my friend about this the other day, like last week. And I was saying, I was like, I find it so crazy that you could have a dream that happened months ago. You know what I mean? By the way, Manny, I do see the hydration. But this is like the craziest part. When you have a dream that happened months ago, a few weeks, months ago, days ago, right? And for everything to have happened from then to now, where like, yeah, like you made this brash decision that affects this decision, the butterfly effect in a more microscopic way. You know, maybe you spend money on this and now you're kind of struggling for money on that. And somehow it puts you in this decision that you, like for me, like where now I have to go DoorDash to go make money. But if I didn't spend that money and I saved a little bit better over the last few months, I wouldn't have to go DoorDash. That was my spiritual awakening of like, that's what really brought me to God. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yes, Pork. I was one of those, I'm assuming maybe a handful of people maybe that you might know. But I've had dreams like three months later that like a moment happens. One of my earliest recognitions of this, I was playing soccer in 8th grade, maybe 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. And I happened to join a different team, right? I had joined a different team. So prior to the dream moment, I was like on a different team completely. I decided to join a different team and guest play. An opportunity that was not on the table. I had not signed on to guest playing quite yet, but I decided to do it. And in the dream, I caught like this super fast ball and I like lifted up my leg and I trapped it. And I was like, I remember like how fast the ball like hit me and I was like, I couldn't believe that I trapped the ball and was able to still play it. It's over at like, it was over at like what is it? A stadium park called Plants Ferry nearby. Like I knew the exact location in my dream. I knew the exact location when it happened in real life. And for the longest time, I was like, that's so crazy. Like I was young, naive a little bit, right? But now that like there was moments where I was like, there's no flipping way that I have gone through moments, months of my life for that moment to still happen. For that moment to still happen. And I look back at a moment like that and I'm like, there's no way. There's no other answer than God. And I was like, I would think about this, especially after like the car crash. I would just like think about this and like watch videos, or like I would talk to friends about this that I knew that was like very religious, or I was just like, wow, like this is insane. I'm not preaching God to anyone here, but this is just my experience in it. By the way, Dylan, in the meantime that I was telling you guys that story, Dylan has sent over on TikTok, has gifted 1 galaxy. Shout out Dylan for the 1 galaxy, and also 50 roses, Dylan. Thank you so much, my friend. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. In Clutch, I sometimes have dreams and the next day I experience the same dream IRL, exactly the same. I'm telling you, Clutch. I'm telling you, my dreams are all warnings for me. Some people are also saying my dreams are purely fiction. Like, I never dream of people I know or situations I've been in. I've had like ones where like there's a tornado like 2 blocks up the street and I'm like, guys, we gotta go. Certainly I've had fictitious dreams, like the one last night, like very fictitious. Or I'll have ones that, like, most of my fictitious dreams are ones that I like might have talked about that day. Like, I was talking to a few friends about Spartan races. I was like, I've been watching the Ryan Trahan Airbnb series. So like my dream like had like Spartan races in it. It had Airbnbs in it. It had like little things that I talked about yesterday, maybe on stream and whatnot. I remember that I had this one dream one time that my ex was mean to me while we were still together. And the craziest thing is it actually happened in real life a while later. See, and like, I'm like, for everything to have happened from that moment when the dream happened to waking up the next day, and like it still happened, like no matter like what I did, it still happened. And Pork, I'd say 70% of my dreams involve me almost dying, so let's hope that doesn't happen. I think I've like very rarely died in a dream. I've definitely like very rarely. I think maybe it's happened, but I think usually when it happens, like I wake up. You know what I mean? The worst part of the dream is that they're never that good. Like, I dreamt of a car crash and it happened exactly like I dreamed 2 months later. Oh my gosh, Jared. Or I dreamed of someone passing 2 months later, they pass away. Oh God. See, that's what I mean. Where I'm like, there is so much in this world that could have happened, that could have changed the outcome of everything. That no matter what, it still happened. And I have like one friend that lives in Hawaii that like, she is like one of the biggest people that I've talked to about this stuff, like things like that. But that was like the one thing that like very turned me on to like God. And also I've been shot a few times, went through a war. I've had to run or hide and seek from bad people. That's crazy. That's a diabolical way of like dreaming. Just being like absolutely like ransacked in dreams of like being shot, gone to war. Pork, how long ago was this war dream, by the way? Just questioning. There's currently something going on in the Middle East that I would like to maybe concur that I hope doesn't happen. How many blocks is that? That's only like 7 blocks? Yeah, it's 7 blocks now. Cool. Does it help that I can see and talk to ghosts? That's kind of cool, though. This was like months or a year ago. Okay. Okay. I think we'll be okay then, Pork. I think we'll be okay. I hope. Oh. See, I usually wake up and tell... I usually will like record like a Snapchat video of it. That's usually what I'll do. I'll be like, this dream just happened. So I can like come back to it and be like, this is the dream. Cause they're pretty bonkers. Like my dreams are pretty bonkers, especially when I take melatonin. When I take melatonin, I'm like for sure guaranteed a dream. Like I'm on lock with a dream. So yeah, 2 whole years ago. Oh my goodness. So which war happened? I mean, you're not in a war right now, Pork, right? Like you're big chillin'. So, C-Matter, I hope you have a ton of fun watching the show with the family. I know you guys are watching the new Love Island season. I know you guys like some gossip. I know you guys do. But nonetheless, C-Matter, thank you again so much for being here. Much love out to you. 07 and peace, my guy. Much love. Dylan, again, thank you so much for the gifts, by the way. I hope that you're doing well. And most importantly, I write down some dreams purely because I think they're good stories. Like, I wake up and I immediately send them to myself. If Nationers wrote a dream log. Ooh, Nation or dream log? Did I hear gossip? I'm sure C-Matter and his family are watching the new Love Island season. I'm sure of it. He doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to out his family, most importantly himself. On top of that, I always write down my dreams because I'll forget them if I don't. That's why I always like instantly, I'm like, this just happened. I'm like, I need to close my eyes. I need to dream about it. I need to think about like what just happened. See, I don't watch Love Island. My sister does. My sister's been like heavily into Love Island. So yeah. I know some of that like that got a little too engaged, you know, like I see people on Instagram all the time. I think the melatonin is working. Text the light is getting dark. Okay, the light is getting very dark. Trust it. My TikTok is just fully Love Island. My Instagram Reels has definitely had like a little Love Island kick. TikTok maybe not so much. Yeah, that's fair. I'm definitely in agreement with that, Gaha. Like, I love the concept of it. I think it is just a smidge too, like, drama for me, for my liking. Because, like, when I get engaged into it and I, like, think about it, like, morally, kind of aft, you know, in a way. As someone that, like, maybe, like, does, like, have a little bit of a moral complex on a show like that, it just stresses me out too much. Like, shows like that just stress me out. Like, I like Survivor's, like, enough for me. Big Brother, any of the CBS shows, Amazing Race, I love them all. The thing is like that, the darkest darking. Tex, have you seen the new Thunderbolts movie? I think The Void is coming for you right now. So yeah, I think generally it just is a little bit too much for me, like stress-wise, where I'm just like, I almost let it a little bit control a little bit of my life too much. Amazing Race I used to really like a bunch. I kind of phased out of it a little bit. Big Brother even too. Big Brother was just like too much. Like for myself, like I'd be like, I need to watch. Like I just control the life a little bit too much. I haven't seen Love Island, but I have seen your mom. Oh, got him. Oh, I only have 8 here. That's so sad. There we go. Cool. Kind of bonkers. Kind of bonkers that you have. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy work, by the way, Tex. Crazy work. I've only season I loved was the season some of my favorite Big Brother players won. Oh, who are your favorite Big Brother players? My favorite Big Brother player is Hayden from season 13. Oh, and she got hacked. Okay, I'll make sure to repeat that here in like 30 seconds. But yeah, I love me some Big Brother. It's Big Brother, like every single year, like school would end and I'd be like, I cannot wait for Big Brother like this next week. I used to be very heavily invested. Me, my sister, my mom, we would all watch it. We watch a little scattered now. I would like to watch it a little bit more as a family. You know, like, hey, we're going to go watch this at this time. So, yeah. 2 ads are we freaking tweaking? Text, it's 1 minute every 20 minutes. I hope that's not too much. Pork, I did. Who are your favorite Big Brother characters or players? Not characters. They're not fictitious. Who are your favorite Big Brother players? And which ones won that same season of Amazing Race? So, Tex, the reason why it's 2 ads every 20 minutes, it could also be 1 ad every... No, every 30 minutes. That could be the case. 1.5 minutes every 30 minutes, or 30 seconds every 10 minutes, which is kind of annoying. Oh! Is it Derek the Cop in season 16? The one him and Cody. Oh, Derek and Claire. What season of Big Brother did they play on? Whatever that phobia is of missing out, I have because of these ads. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. In the blonde girl, Claire, like a few seasons ago. Yeah. Derek X and Claire. Are they still together? Yeah, she was like super tall. Yep, I do. Okay, they are. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad they are because like, yeah, I kind of feel bad if you like put like your entire relationship on like air like that only for you guys not to be together. And like, I'd imagine like people like asking like, oh, like how is you and Claire? Like, oh, we're really not together anymore. I could imagine that being kind of rough, but super happy for them. I remember, so, okay, this is how I remember it. I remember that they were on like season like 22, 23, like a few seasons ago, right? And I remember because that was like the one last season that I truly remember like kind of watching like very vaguely. I like would ask my sister like what happened. Like that's what I would do. And so we fast forward and my sister like sends me something on Instagram. And she was like, you'll never guess, like, who's together. By the way, Damien Wombo, what is good? How you doing today? Great to see you back in here again. How you doing today, Damien? So that's how I remember it. Some of the new season of Big Brother were very boring cast, though. I think last season was kind of eh. I think that Derek X Claire season, like, there was a Derek X, there was a Derek T. I think there was another Derek. There's like a whole bunch of Dereks. By the way, I think about how Claire was an alternate so often. Oh, I hated that season. Big D. Oh, was it? Maybe. Oh, I gotta look at some of the cast again. Oh, and very nice, Damien. How was your day? What have you been up to today, by the way? I see. I wish I remembered. Like, I must have, like, brain damage because I, like, don't remember a whole lot of stuff like that. But I will say... that season I did enjoy, I will say. I've enjoyed a lot of seasons. I was glad that Donnie came back. Oh, I remember, I think it might be season 18. James, Asian James, short little guy. Yeah, maybe. Big Black Derek, son of a fighter guy, maybe. Let me look up, Big D, Big Brother. Oh, yes! Didn't they have the cookout? Yeah. Oh, Derek F. Yes. Because it was Derek F. Yeah. Yeah, they had the cookout. And I remember all the because I actually genuinely remember all the controversy about it because I was following like Big Brother pages about it. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone called him Derek F. I think, Big D or something like of another nickname. Well, the melatonin is working a bit too well. I'm going to head out for now. I'm going to start trying to show up more. Peace out, guys. Text. Thank you again so much for being here. Great to see you in here again. Hopefully the melatonin does make the dark a little bit darker. And thank you again so much for tuning back in. Hope to see you in more streams, Text. If not, I will let Pork know to DM you and be like, hey, it's stream time. I think my mom won something in bingo. She seems a little excited after the good old bingo. She went to bingo today. I think next week I'm going to go to bingo, Nationers. I think next week I'm going to go to bingo. So yeah. Do you remember Tyler and Angela? Oh yeah, Tyler, like the surfer dude? Like long hair. Kind of, yeah. Curly blondish, dirty blondish hair. He like won, yep. They like broke up, right? They had like a pretty messy breakup. If I'm not wrong. Yes, Bailey, yes. My mom went to bingo. Her and her friend, they go to bingo. Would you, I mean, that would be kind of fun to stream. And is that like a church? So I don't know how they'd feel about it, like streaming. But I think it would be kind of cool to kind of do a bingo. I mean, unless my mom won like a barbecue set. She is like so excited. Did she win like a trip to like Cabo for like 5 days? Round trip? But yeah, maybe a bingo stream next week. That would be kind of cool. You know, imagine we had the Nation or bingo. That was actually almost a close one. That was Froset, not Forrest, but it was Froset. Tyler's one of my all-time favorites. Tyler is a fan favorite of mine. I remember, what was his last name? Chispy? Tyler Chispy? I don't remember his last name. I was very shocked that they broke up. Kind of, when they broke up, it almost kind of made sense in a way too. I love Frankie. I love Zach from that same season with Frankie. Like Casey, but Tylee 100% deserved the win. I agree. Casey, no. I gotta look back at who some of these people are. I gotta look back. Zach and Frankie. Oh, do you remember that one when Zach... It's like very infamous in Big Brother history. Like very infamous. You know exactly the one that I'm talking about. Where it was like an NFL... like competition, and they... Like Frankie like had to do it all by himself. By the way, Gabby, how are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Hi, Jared. I haven't seen you on for a while. How are you? Gabby, I am doing well. Oh, Cowboy Caleb. He fumbled. I do remember that. I was so pissed. I remember that. On top of that, Gabby, I am doing well. How are you doing today? Oh, I remember that very vividly. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, Zach's not playing? Julie Chen Moonves was on her. She was like, I remember hearing stories about the producers telling Zach not to do it. And then like they said that he was forced to do it and then had to do it. I feel like Big Brother has a lot of like producer, like insider stuff. I'm surprised there's more stuff that has not come out about that. Yes, McCrae, Paul, it was Donnie on that season? He was like the guy from Louisiana, looked like he was on Duck Dynasty. Yes. So that's what I remembered, Pork. I heard like stories about that. Maybe on like a podcast or something. Clip that, you know, went viral, did its rounds and whatnot. Good to hear. I'm doing well myself, Gabby. How is, if I'm not wrong, you had a, you have a child. How is the kid? How are things going? I want to say newborn. I might be wrong. But Gabby, I'm glad to hear that things have been good. Yourself, very great to hear. Yeah, so that's what I had also seen, Pork, that like things got changed very last minute because they heard that Zach was going to throw. That's another thing I don't care about for reality TV shows. Producers getting their fingers in the mix for the drama. I understand that they have to sell the show. I 100% understand that. I really hate that when they collude stuff like that, or they like almost try and fabricate stuff like that. Do you remember when Caitlyn got a second life when with the puzzle but lost? Okay, remind me, what's her name? I think it was just the fingers in the drama, fingers in the mix. It was just like a sexual connotation, I guess. Donnie, yes, it was Tyler season. Tyler, Big Brother. There's probably so many Tyler. Crispin. What does Angel look like? I forget. Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah. Tyler, Crispy. I'm just gonna try Crispy. I'm just gonna have them. Crispin from Big Brother. What season did he win? Tell me what season he frickin' won, please. Because I gotta look at the cast. Season 20. Big Brother Season 20 cast. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, because okay, so if I remember this correctly, by the way, her name is Michaela. She's good. She's 2 now. She's a big girl. I'm assuming she's obviously been walking. There was a I went at a grad party last Saturday. A few Saturdays. No, this last Saturday. Yeah. And there was someone with like a baby that I remember when it was a baby or she was pregnant and now it was like 2. It was so easy. Production didn't have a chair ready for her. Okay, it was a puzzle of herself. So, if I remember the second life. Let me look up. Okay, season 20 Big Brother Casey controversy. Let's see if there's like a description on it. let me go to ChatGPT because I just want like a summary of it. Searching the web. Okay, Port, can you wait? Can you describe to me what this was? Because I remember, so when I'm talking about it, I'm remembering the Second Life. There was like 4 people eliminated, and they're like, one of the 4 people that already got eliminated is coming back to the house. I'm looking up the, why am I looking up Casey? Sorry, I need to be looking up Caitlyn. I looked at the wrong person. Because I saw a K. Sorry. Who's Caitlyn? Caitlyn Herman. Sorry, I looked up the wrong person. Yeah, so, okay, sorry. Okay. Let me look up, like, chair controversy on ChatGPT here. So, season 20, Big Brother Caitlyn chair controversy. Oh, Jesus, this is crazy. Okay, so this is the thing that's going on. She's clumsy, but yes, she's pretty much running around at this point. That is so amazing, Gabby. I'm sure for yourself, you're like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm sure it's a whole new, like, fear and whatnot. And also, by the way, Noah, what is good? What are my plans tomorrow? I'm probably going to be watching the draft. If it's anything physical related, I have an injured foot. I injured both feet right now, so I do need to rest that up. I'm assuming it might be like preparing for Hoop Fest. Depending on the time, I might still be able to go out and still be able to do that. But maybe not too much physical exertion, if that makes sense. But Noah, great to see you in here. Welcome back. So the Caitlyn, if it seems you're referring to Caitlyn Herman from Big Brother 20 in a chair controversy involving her, but there's some confusion. The major controversy around Caitlyn wasn't about a chair, rather it was involving a highly sensitive language slip. So, while celebrating on her HOH win, Caitlyn was singing along to a Drake song and unintentionally uttered the N-word. She immediately realized her mistake, paused, and tried to cover up, but the moment sparked backlash from viewers and critics alike. She issued an apology. About the chair, there's no record of mention of a chair-related controversy. Pork, you're gonna have to tell me. Yeah, I did not know that either. There's probably some things like that happen around that you would never know. It makes sense for a song. It's not like she like celebrated and was like, yeah, like I'm that. Like, oh crap. Mind you, she is also white, I'm assuming, based on her appearance. She looks white. Okay, so they had those power-ups. What type of competition is this? Is just like something that she's had throughout the season and she's like holding on for like when the time is right? But yeah, where are you guys playing at, Noah? I might be able to come through. Just send me like where you guys are playing. Don't send it in the chat here, of course. But yeah, just text me. I'd love to like even come through for what it is. Just to kind of get some numbers up too, just for you guys. Just because, yeah, I have a little bit of turf toe on both feet right now, which is kind of need to let those rest. I actually think it might have been Tyler's, but it got Adam had to use it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, which they usually do because then there's like a limit on like when you can use it. So using it strategically, if not, it's gonna get used now. The audience voted at the start to give them to people. Okay. And also, yes, she's constantly giving me a run for my money. And also, Gabby, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the AI-generated content. I wonder if they think I'm just like AI Markiplier or like just like AI something. So Caitlyn gets evicted on the last week for it, so it gets automatically used. Okay, so just the timing is just like immaculate. Okay. Almost interesting that they'd like let her stay, I guess. Very interesting so far. And she has to do this like 6-ish piece puzzle in 2 minutes. Okay. And so is this power up like if I get evicted, this thing will get like I would probably use it. And you can probably use it for someone else too, maybe, I'm assuming. Interesting. It was meant to be super easy, but she was like panicking under pressure and lost. Okay. Let me look up Caitlin Harmon puzzle Big Brother. Let me see if there's like screenshots of it. I don't know if that's her name. Let me just look up Caitlin. Oh, there are so many pictures of... Why does she look like Whoa Vicky? Why does she look like Whoa Vicky? Okay, so it's... Oh, yeah. Oh my... It's 2 legs, 2 pieces of a person, and like something for like a head. Okay, so what's the... Oh, you don't know who Whoa Vicky is? Think about like Bad Baby. Like that. Think about like they had like a beef that was like the first big blow up for Bad Baby. That's Whoa Vicky. If you look at who Whoa Vicky is, you'll definitely know who it is. So then she had to go outside to talk to Julie as people normally do. Yeah, okay. And there's like the whole audience. Julie Chen Moonves is on her little pedestal, and you know, then now there's Caitlyn with her bag, I'm assuming. Wow, despite her best efforts, she comes short. But when she got out, there was a cut to commercial break because they did not have a chair for her. Oh my. So, I'm assuming the controversy, like, correct me if I'm wrong, Underwood 902, welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. I'm assuming the controversy is that they wanted her to get back in, so they made the puzzle super easy, that she did so bad that she didn't even complete the easiest puzzle of her life to get back in. 6 pieces, creating a little human statue, that obviously she got evicted and they did not have a chair for her because they thought she was going to get back in. Because they made the puzzle so easy that they could not. Like, she literally could not mess that one up. Like, imagine, like, answering, like, a few multiplication questions and still messing it up. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of, like, something so easy that you should not mess up. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of brain power. You have 2 minutes. There's a little bit of stress, but you shouldn't mess it up. But you still do. That's crazy. See, I don't even think that was a season like I watched a bunch of. That's so funny. I'm seeing all of these screenshots, by the way, and like her just like trembling, breaking down, like arms into her chest, like arms, or her knees into her chest, her arms over her knees, and her head like right. I see little production. She does look like Whoa Vicky. Please look up a picture of Whoa Vicky and you will exactly know. Oh, okay. Well, in the meantime, during the ad, please, I hope that you're looking up a picture of Whoa Vicky. Oh my goodness. So, not the brightest key of them all. It happens. CJ, welcome back, by the way. Great to see you in here, my guy. Great to see you back. Dude, there's some crazy ones though. Like Rachel, I don't know if you might have been a little too young, like, for the rise of Rachel. Underwood, welcome back. How you doing today, my guy? Great to see you in here, Underwood. How have you been? Pork, please look up Whoa Vicky and tell me that does not look like Caitlin Herman. Oh, Rachel Riley, the redhead. Her and Brendan? I think it was Brendan. Floaters, grab your life vest. She was amazing. Danielle. The throwback, like the 20, like that season, like that era. Oh my gosh. I love that era of Big Brother. Floaters, grab your life vests. My mom's watching a game, I think. She's yelling 3. She does. It's like the head shape, the eyes. She just looks like an older version. Like if she didn't like go down the diss track clout rate, rat race. You know what I mean? There's like one photo that I'm like most definitely looking up of her, and it definitely looks like her. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you at least know of Rachel Riley. She's an amazing human being. Outside of anything like reality TV. I've been grinding hours on Dune. On Dune? Is there a game like the Dune? Like literally like the movie Dune? Hey, that's go, Manny. You find me live on TikTok. That's go, baby. And also, CJ, welcome back. Great to see you when you're here. I only started watching since season 19. Okay, so like you're... Okay, that's very fair. There's some good seasons. Like if you have like a Paramount Plus subscription, like I definitely go back to some of the biggest seasons. Like there's some really, really, really good ones. Dune Awakening. Okay. Very nice. 240 hours on that's crazy. Which was a bad season to start on. Very true. Very fair. Was that the one? Might have been season 21. Who won season 19? Was it that Mickey dude that like? I thought that was a COVID season. Is that the Mickey? Okay, see that's what I thought. I thought that was during like a COVID. Was Josh the pan smasher? Ah! I think that was that Josh. My sister like unironically brings him up like very often. Like more than like you would think about bringing up like a Big Brother character. My sister will bring up like, oh, you remember Josh? Like, I'm like, I don't. Now I do. Oh, now I do. Now yep, I definitely remember. Yeah, see, that was my experience with Josh as well. Like I can understand why people absolutely hated him. I can understand that having watched that season. But I find him to be a very likable guy now. Like, I mean, I think reality TV shows are always going to show like the very drama-filled side of people. And also, oh yes, I do remember Christmas broke her foot like during a competition, didn't she? She was like in a cast and like, oh, I do remember that. Also, D-Mac, welcome back. How are you doing? But I do remember that. You know what? Let me look up Dune Awakening, by the way. Dune Awakening. Oh, this is like a full-ass game. This game, like, just released? I did not know that this game released. We're gonna have to look into that game. D-Mac, we're talking about Big Brother. We're going back into the archives of drama. We're going back into the archives of a lot of things Big Brother related. It's really good. I got to admit, it has survival aspects like Rust and Ark, but together I have my own server because I'm not dealing with others, but good story and scenes. Just, I wish they would fix lighting and also how glitchy the game is. But to be fair, it's fun, calm. So, at least a good story. I rate it 8 out of 10. Very nice. That's good to hear. I will, you know what? I didn't even know that game came out. I will definitely be playing that game very soon, actually, probably. It seems like a fun game, to be honest, if you ask me. So, all that to say, D-Mac, if you never watched it, definitely watch a season. If you need recommendations on what good seasons are, feel free to let us know. There's some great seasons out there. Isn't there the Andrew Tate and his brother on? No, that's the UK Big Brother. There's like a Canadian one. There's like one in every country. They were on the UK Big Brother. And like the scenes that I've seen of Andrew Tate on his Big Brother are kind of wild. Like kind of freaking wild. You would almost look at some of those scenes and you would be like, you know what? Whatever they said you did it. You know what I mean? And then Paul schemed the entire house into throwing a running comp that Christmas won. Oh, I do. You know what? I actually do remember that. Who, a Big Brother 19 cast. Oh, Elena. I do remember Elena. Dominique, I do remember. Oh, Cody. I do remember. Oh! Christmas is dating someone. Oh, did you know about this? Oh, Raven. I do remember Raven. Yeah, there's Josh. Christmas is like dating someone. I thought that this guy had like an affair with someone. Christmas is a CrossFit Games athlete? What the fuck? What do you mean? Oh my goodness. Wait, I thought that... Oh, Memphis. That's right. Kaylee, what is good? Welcome back. How you doing today? Are they still dating? Oh my goodness. Is she in jail? Is she in jail? Big Brother star Christmas Avid arrested and charged with felony. That's freaking crazy. Yeah, I do remember her getting together with Memphis and whatnot. Didn't she run someone over with a car? Well, let's see here. Dude, she was a CrossFit Games athlete. Let me look up her CrossFit Games page. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. When was she at the CrossFit Games? Okay, to be fair, she's actually not a CrossFit Games athlete, but she does CrossFit. Oh my gosh, this is freaking crazy, by the way. Yeah, she was really fit. Also, I'm good. I'm sunburned. I was at the pool basically all day. That sounds really, really nice. How was it, by the way? How hot was it? Because, you know, chilling at the pool, always great. Chilling at the lake, chilling by any body of water is always great. Okay, so in May 2019, Christmas Avid pled guilty to a reduced charge of a misdemeanor criminal mischief and was sentenced to 12-month probation and 25 hours of community service, which is not a lot. She also had to pay restitution and complete an anger management class. In August 2020, Abbott returned to the CBS show Big Brother for an all-star season. Former Big Brother star Christmas Abbott, a competitive CrossFit athlete and owner of a CrossFit gym called Invoke in Raleigh, North Carolina, was arrested in Tampa, Florida in August for an attack aimed at a woman who was having a relationship with the father of Abbott's then unborn baby. To be fair, 25, not too bad. So, 8 months pregnant at the time, was arrested on August 18th after repeatedly ramming her Mercedes SUV into a parked Honda sedan owned by Samantha Jane Morse of Tampa. She called her a pathetic home-wrecking little slut. That's crazy. That's diabolical, like, language there. So she married Memphis. I think Memphis was on the All-Star season, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, she was fit, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a crush on Christmas at the time, not knowing that she also was like a little cuckoo. That's freaking crazy. And they filed for divorce last year. That's so freaking funny. I love the lore that we're finding up. Yeah, I do remember, like, after the season, I'm assuming it was the All-Star season because Memphis and Christmas, I don't think were on the same season, but then got, like, together. Like, yeah, they got, like, married, like, super fast because obviously Christmas would have got divorced by her ex-husband, her baby daddy now. So yeah, I do remember that, like, after, I remember, like, seeing pictures of, like, rings, like, being thrown out. I was like, oh my gosh, did you guys, like, not meet, like, 2 months ago? And also, I did the math, but 14 days, so 336 hours. I put 240 hours in is insane. To be fair, a lot of it is just me sitting there doing college work, waiting for my ingots to get done. I love that. That's so insane. So what percentage of that? That 240, that's 1.5. You're at like 2/3? What is the math on that? Because 240 times 1.5 is 335. Or, yeah. So I'm assuming you're probably 2/3 of your time in 14 days has been spent on ingots and playing the game. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm loving the lore that we're going back into right now. But I did not know Christmas actually went to jail. A little bit of probation, restitution. Kind of crazy, to be honest. Nationers. Oh my goodness. I think we can finish this. I think this is not too bad. I think we can finish this. And also, there's this one clip from the jury roundtable where Mark and Matt are fighting, and it's the funniest thing ever. Matt is like, sit down. Mark says, I am sitting down. Why do I feel like I've either seen that clip? Because it was like from a recent season, no? Matt and Mark. I hate that every single person, like, has like a very... Was it 19? Maybe it was. Oh, you know what? I actually have seen this clip. Because, like, somebody... the jury roundtable? Maybe it's not that. I remember seeing it at the roundtable when they're doing the nominations. Please do, Pork, because anything Big Brother, like, there's like some Big Brother core that is like too good not to laugh at. I'm not a fan of the movie Dune, but good book, and the game is solid on its first update. That's good. What's the jury? Okay. This one that I've seen, very similar in context, Pork, where like, somebody's like telling them to like, you need to calm down, like, and they're like, I am calm. Like something like that. Like something like very like that in a way. Like very much like that. Like you need to calm down. I am calm. It was like after nominations or something. Some people were yelling. I don't remember the full context, but I do remember that. Oh my god, 2 seasons ago, Jared was yelling at Corey. Maybe. Might be a completely different time. It might be. I mean, I'm sure there's so many good moments like that where like people are going to like crash out in ways. There was one, I remember it was a few seasons ago. Somebody was like going to the bathroom, if I'm not wrong. Somebody was like going to like, you know, like the restroom that they have around the end of the corner where they shower and whatnot. And I remember like someone like came in crying. Oh, it might have been that. It might have been. It's not, are you talking about the one? No, that's too far. It might have been. She like came in, she was like either consoling people, like, it was like a big mood swing though. It might have been. Let me look up. Victoria passing out Big Brother. No. Not this. I don't think it was. Though that is funny. That's from season 16. Don't think it's that one. Yeah, there was like some girl, some woman like a few seasons ago that was like, she got yelled at by another contestant. It like very valid, very valid, like crash out by the one person. And like she goes to the bathroom crying. It's like no one likes me. Like, yeah. And she's like, oh, it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Oh, it was good too. Because like the dude like really called her out on like some BS. But it was so funny. Because in the context of like this, like she was like, why does nobody like me? As if he did not just point out why nobody likes you. You're like, you have no friends in this game. You're not gonna win. Mind you, oh! I think I remember who it was. I think it was Taylor. I think it was Taylor from like 2 seasons ago, maybe last season. Yeah, it was Taylor. Mind you, she went really far. She went really far. Mind you, I understand why people did not like Taylor. I also can understand that it was there was a lot of stuff going on. I actually really liked Taylor. I did. I thought she played a great game. I liked her, like, afterwards, too. Like, I get it's a game. Like, I could kind of separate game from person most of the time. By the way, Ray, what is good? How are you doing today? What is good, my guy? How are you doing today? Sup, dog? What is good, Ray? Thank you so much for the 1 heart me, by the way, Ray. Much love out to you. I hope that you're doing well. I don't think I like Taylor towards the end of the season. I think because she was like a very much an outcast. And now she's replacing Dr. Will for the round table. Oh, no. Not like Dr. Will, like the first ever winner. And also, by the way, Sebastian, I do not have text-to-speech. Welcome in, though, Sebastian. How are you doing today? Ray, thank you so much for the Go Popular gift, by the way. Much love out to you. Oh, man, I really like Dr. Will. My mom was a big fan of Dr. Will. I was a big fan of Dr. Will. I was a big fan of Ian. Dan. The winner, Dan, that came back like a few seasons ago. Maybe it was in the All-Stars. I really liked him. Yeah, Ian's great. I liked Hayden. Who's some of the winners that I really liked? I liked Cody. I didn't mind Derek. I was happy that he won that season that he did in season 16. But yeah, there's a... Oh, so what are some of the other winners? Yeah, I don't get it. I understand why people like kind of almost hated Cody in his first season because he chose Derek over Victoria. I think that's her name, Victoria. The Italian lady who was like definitely not going to win. I understand like the backlash that he would have got based on that decision. By the way, thank you so much for the community fest, by the way, Ray. Much love. How's your day going, by the way, my guy? On top of that, I will say I do understand a little bit of the backlash that he got when he came back and won. I do understand a little bit of that because I think he played a little bit of a shadier game. So yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a rough one though. Like I said, I feel like I could separate personal from like game. Like how I feel like most people like play Survivor is not what they do like in their normal life, you know what I mean? And also, right, it's going good. Sorry, I'm getting the team points. I appreciate that, by the way. I appreciate that one. I know the heart me always, the team points always do help a ton, especially it gets the stream pushed a lot too. So Ray, thank you. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I'm doing well. Have I seen the Survivor 50 cast? I have not. Give me like a 1 sentence. Like if you were to sell it to me or tell me like what in the world's going on with season 50, I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Okay, I would like to see, let's see, Survivor season 50 cast. Oh, we just announced it like a week or like a month ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not freaking Siri. Jesus Christ. Why is Siri back on here? Why is Siri back on freaking... Oh my gosh. Her and her son, I did like that season. Why is she back? I don't want to see her back as much as I love her. She's getting canned like first few episodes. I guarantee it. Ozzy, again, fan favorite. He's played the game. He had a very great, again, I've seen the season. He had a very good book ending to his last season that he played. I think he should not have been coming back. They're pulling all the strings for this season, by the way. Siri was like on a season like 4 seasons ago. What are we talking about? Mike White, I love. He was on, I liked his season. I don't remember what season it was. I get them very conflated. Colby Donaldson. That's oh my God, not Benjamin, Coach Wade. Not, by the way, if you guys have ever played, if you guys have played GTA 5, Benjamin Coach Wade is like the gay yoga instructor that Michael's wife is like hooking up with. He was so... Okay, he might be okay now, but I did not like him when he was... Okay, to be fair... To be fair, I have maybe grown a liking to him in certain contexts. He's just such an interesting guy. Stephanie LaGrossa, loved her. Glad that she's back. Colby Donaldson, I like him. They got to have a bronze. They got to have some guy with a very big ego. I get it. Him and Coach. Yeah, he's very iconic, but maybe not for the right reasons. Okay, we got Jenny Lewis Daughtry. She was way back. All-Stars. She was on All-Stars, okay. Colby, yeah, he was on Heroes vs. Villains, All-Stars, Australian Outback. I do remember that. Heroes vs. Villains, Guatemala. Siri, she's been on Survivor 4 times, by the way. No, not you, Siri. Okay, we got Ozzy. Loved Ozzy. Yeah, his Game Changers. I thought he played great. Aubrey. Loved Aubrey. Edge of Extinction. Really loved her. Glad that she's back. Chrissy. Oh my goodness. I loved her on Heroes, Healers, and Hustlers. I actually am glad that she's back. Christian. Oh my God. Not freaking Christian. He's the one guy that I was like, this motherfricker could win this. This one could win. He could win this entire series, and I'm glad they got him out at 7. I remember he was very much a David, and he was very smart. He understood every situation. I'm excited for Christian. I think he's going to go under the radar a lot more because of the other people. Aubrey, love Aubrey. Again, the same season. Mike White, same season. Rick Devens. Oh my gosh. I remember Rick Devens on Edge of Extinction. I remember it because he went to the Edge of Extinction. He went there like 3 times. From the very first episode when he solved the slide puzzle in like 10 seconds. Oh yeah. Christian, he was my GOAT. He was my GOAT that season. I knew who was the one guy that got rid of him. I forget who got rid of him, but I remember it was like a big move. Rick Devens. I am excited for Rick Devens. Jonathan Young. Yeah, same thing. Emily Flippin. Don't remember her. Oh, season 45. I never watched that season. D. Valdris. She was the winner of season 45. Yeah, did not watch that. Quintavious. Q. Burdett. 46. Charlie Davis. Tiffany Irvin. These are some like people that have like just got out. I don't know a single one of these. I wish they would have invited back Xander. Xander would have been so good for this cast. Xander Hastings would have been so good. I don't remember a few of these people, to be honest. I mean, okay. And then he talked about, oh wait. And then he talked for hours and won the individual video immunity idol. Yeah, I think Xander because, oh my goodness. What would, Michaela? Michaela would have been good on this. Oh my goodness. That little Zendaya sweetheart that she was. She would have been so good for a season like this. They have almost like too many people from like recent seasons that people like from like season 45 and up. People I don't recognize. I did not watch any of the seasons. I can understand the Michaela hate. I really enjoyed Michaela in her seasons, to be honest. I very much enjoyed it. All of that to say, I understand why one like yourself would not like her. I very much like Xander's gameplay. He was very morally guided. I never saw her on Survivor, but I don't like her on the challenge. Oh, I do. I've heard through the grapevine a little bit about her challenge experience. I can understand it. My favorite Survivor character of all time is Natalie Anderson. My favorite of all time. Because it was San Juan del Sur, and it was like loved ones. So loved ones were going up against each other on different teams. And during San Juan del Sur, they had like the mission. Oh, and Jeremy. Oh my gosh. When he came back, I think during that same season that Xander was in there. Or no, it was season 40. And he was on there because didn't he win? Didn't Jeremy win? Oh, yes. Winners at War. It had to be season 40 then. Oh, okay. You know what? It was Tony. Because I remember Sandra. Oh, Tony. Tony's my top 3, dude. Tony's my top 3. Hold on. Let me go Survivor fandom, because I know that's a website, guys. Let me go to winners. Don't give me ad blocker. Winners at war. Okay. Let me look up the people that got that canned. Okay. So, Amber. Oh, yeah. Isn't Amber Rob's wife? Yeah, Rob went. Sandra went early. Jeremy went like during the. He was like midway through the merge. Oh, yeah, because Natalie also made it to... Because, oh, yes, Natalie Anderson. Again, San Juan del Sur, my favorite player because in that... Yeah. I remember that because I remember so many people were like, you guys had played... like this is like your third season. Get the frick out of here. Amber went early. Rob went like fourth. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. So, yeah. Natalie Anderson is my favorite Survivor player of all time. And the reason is because her sister Nadia got like voted out first in her first season, and it was like a redemption arc. She was like constantly going after everyone's head that was on that team. Like it was personal. She was like Batman. She was like vengeance, literally. It was amazing. I absolutely adored that season. I can watch that season so many times. I loved it. I love it. But yeah, I do remember because she was on this Winners at War and she did get second. She did. I do remember that. But she did by the way, she did return from eviction. She actually got removed, but then worked her way back in at some point. Maybe it was Edge of Oh, it might have been like Exile Island or Edge of Extinction type of vibe. I wish we got Caleb. What season was Caleb on? Oh, I like Joe the jeweler. I love Joe. Tony's also got to be in my top like 3. Like low key. Like Natalie's definitely up there. Tony's in there. Oh, Emily's the one you haven't seen. Okay. Some of the newer seasons that I'm not typically too aware about. I need to watch more of them. I've been just like watching YouTube videos. Maybe I need to watch something a little different. Do you know what the shot in the dark is? Yes, I do. And everyone gets one, right? And they do like a shot in the dark when they're at the immunity eviction ceremony. And I forget what it does, but you get one shot in the dark. Okay. What happened? Okay, so what happens if you use it? You're not safe. Is there any backfall from it? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But like if I were, and then it just doesn't matter. I lose my vote, and obviously then like it's just up at the cards at that point. Okay. Because I would imagine you use it. You have a 1/6 chance of being safe. You can't vote. If you get it wrong, you're canned. Okay, yeah. I guess there had to be like some easy downside of like, yeah, you can't vote. That makes a lot of sense. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, that'd be kind of rough. Man, we are placing so much of these. I wonder what I'm at now. Once we're finished with this, I really want to see what the number is. Because I don't think we're finishing this in 8 minutes. I think I'm going to finish this in like 30 minutes. Mind you, we've been kind of like on our Big Brother CBS grind right now. Though I haven't watched the Challengers. The Challengers is like one series that I definitely need to tune a little bit more into. I just haven't. I don't know if there's an easy way to do this, to be honest. That's okay. But Caleb used it, and he was actually safe. He got every single vote, which was like oh my gosh. So what I'm assuming then, because I've seen enough tribal councils, that's the word that I'm looking for, not eviction ceremony. I've seen enough that they probably would have re-voted, and they would have had to vote for everyone else. Everyone else was pretty much up for grabs, but they could not vote for Caleb. Oh, that's brutal. Because you, as Caleb, you know that every single person voted for you. Yeah, I mean, as long as you like prolonged it, you have one more day to like, you know, prolong it. I'm gonna have to check out some of these because I've been watching like a bunch of YouTube. I need to check in on some more things. I need to. They're good series. They're so good. I absolutely love Survivor. I mean, especially with content, especially with like things just kind of going on in my life. I'm not like watching much more like that. But me and my dad still watch Next Level Chef. That is a show that we do watch. We do watch Next Level Chef. It's a great series, great season so far. I'm excited for this next episode. So yeah. By the way, I don't know how many people are watching. Not that I necessarily like care. But I've been enjoying this stream. One of the most recent seasons, like 6 people went home with an idol in a row. Not that that's a spoiler. I don't mind spoilers like that because like I would if I had watched the season and like the season just concluded and I'm like, I'm gonna go back and rewatch them, I'd be a little upset. But like, to be honest, I'm not like, it's not like the biggest of deals. Like, I don't mind things like that when it happens. Like, if we're like, oh, like, freaking, like, Tony Stark, like, dies in Endgame, and you hadn't seen it, you know what I'm saying? No, you're completely fine. You're completely... No, Pork. No. I'm saying that... Yeah, I do have no idea what season it is, so when it happens, I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to lock into these 6 episodes. Because I guarantee you, mind you, those CBS producers are good. They are good at what they do. I don't know what they do, but they are good at it. They are very good at it. So yeah, I genuinely, again, I have no idea what season it's going to be. 2, when it happens, I'm going to lock in. You know what I mean? I'm going to lock in. Also, I think the white balance on this camera might be a little broken, to be honest. Because like my head is like super bright. Like I'm like super bright. You'll be on the third idol. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the third idol and be like, I remember this moment. I know what's gonna happen these next 3 episodes. To be fair, like we have like so many Survivor episodes recorded, but we have not watched them. We're really good at doing that as a family. We're really good at like doing that. By the way, Logan on TikTok, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. I hope you are doing well. And welcome to, again, the realist community on the internet. Much love out to you. I hope that you're doing well. Okay, I think I'm gonna just go down. See what I can get. This might... Oh, this could be so difficult. I actually don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I'll do that for now. I'll just go back and forth. I know I've been kind of doing this like one way, but I need to like speed up this process and whatnot. So maybe I do start clicking. That might actually be the way. I'm going to do so much clicking, to be honest. I don't want to know how much clicking I'm going to be doing. When it's probably like so jagged for you guys to like even watch. Okay. We need to talk about the most recent season of Big Brother. Okay, so are you talking about the one that's already concluded or the one that's about to happen? But Logan on TikTok, how are you doing today? Again, great to see you in here. Welcome into the stream, by the way, my friend. Because I know this new season is about to start like July 10th. Okay, so you're talking about like last summer. Is that what you're referring to? Okay. All right. All right. With Angela. Okay. And Tucker. Okay. I gonna be completely honest. This is another one of those ones that I know nobody. I know zilch. I know nobody on that season. But feel free to share the tea. Oh, I have not watched like the past like 2-3 seasons. I've like very vaguely on a regression of it. So yeah, feel free to talk about the tea if you would like. Because I think Loki might watch them. I need something like really good to watch. I haven't watched much stuff lately, and I think like that would be a perfect thing to watch. Big Brother, some more Survivor. Because I used to watch the Survivalists. You need to watch the pre-jury. Okay. Okay, because you know, they need to bring back the jury house. They need to. They need to. They need to. I loved the I absolutely loved the that. They have the jury house, but it's not. I know that you said that you haven't watched like a whole bunch of the earlier season type of stuff. The jury house back in the day was like so good. It was like very ingrained into the episode. They don't have Ponderosa anymore. What are they doing? Their lease is up. What are they doing? Ponderosa. The series that they would post on YouTube about Ponderosa, man. I loved that. It was like one of my favorite, like Ponderosa episode. They get off, they're in this little like motorboat, and they're just showing up to Ponderosa. They get to shower for the first time. They need to get real food. Ponderosa was so nice. It was so nice. At least if you made it to the jury, at least you were like kind of in heaven. You know what I mean? Plus, I absolutely love that they like finish the season and then like wait like a super long period of time. Mind you, they film seasons back to back. So like the second season that gets recorded has to wait forever. Okay. That's fair. That I think I knew. But what they did on older seasons, maybe at least on their YouTube channel, they would post like vlogs of like their life at Ponderosa. Because like, especially the second season, if they're recording back to back, oh my goodness, you're gonna have to wait. So if they record in the fall of this year, they're going to have to wait an entire year to know who won. I would be messaging everyone on the jury and be like, who the frick did you vote for? No, but that's if you're the first season. But if you're the second season, you gotta wait until the next fall. You know what I mean? Because if they're recording them, let's say it's even summer. Because they record them back to back. So like season, like every even and odd pairing, 44, 45 go together. And so if you record back-to-back seasons in the fall, oh goody, you'd be cooked. You'd be so cooked. Absolutely cooked. They filmed during the summer, literally when oh, okay. See, okay, that makes sense then. I'll wait for the ad here. That makes a lot of sense, though. Nationers, I'd love to know your favorite reality TV show. I know we've been kind of talking about reality TV shows while we've been placing all these blocks. Okay. That makes sense. So they record like kind of like that, like I'm assuming like late May to like kind of like the summertime, right? Because they go about for 36 days. It's about, okay, that makes sense. So literally right now they're recording 50, and then one plays during the fall, the second during the spring. See, that's not what I thought. If that's true, I'm assuming maybe you looked this up because you that makes sense. What I was thinking is that they would record during the summer right now. They already have a season preloaded for the fall because they're probably already putting ads out for it. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I guess that does make sense because they work on they're working on a fall spring schedule. So it does kind of make sense. Yeah. No, I know that. But I guess you're shifting it to that then. I'm shifting it to, you know what? Let me look up Survivor wiki recording dates, because this will be a big indication. Okay, so this is Survivor 41. Let me look up recording because it's here. Okay, so season 41 was recorded April 15th through May 10th. Okay, so like a month. Then they're probably recording either one. Let me look up season 40 then. Oh, season 40. Oh, hold on. Season Survivor 40. Was this before or after? Oh, COVID. Oh, yeah, this was all COVID. Let me do Survivor like 35. Okay. That was recorded April 3rd to May 11th. So a month there. Okay. Let me look up Survivor 34 then. Let me look up Survival 36 then, because it's 35, 36. And this one was recorded June 5th to July 13th. So this is the thing. Yeah, so this is the thing. So Survivor 35 was recorded in April to May of 2017. That then aired the short end of it in the fall, in September, which makes sense. By the way, Lexi, welcome back. How are you doing today? Welcome back again. Great to see you in here, Lexi. So that was a short end. But Winnie, welcome back, by the way. Hopefully the laptop isn't too hot. Great to see you in here. But here's the thing, Pork. 36 was recorded a month after, so June to July. That one aired February to May of 2018, so that was the long end of the stick. So all the evens are the long end of the stick. So I would assume they probably just wrapped up recording and whatnot, I'm assuming. Or they're recording it right now, as you're mentioning. And that's going to film... Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess you are... Yeah, okay, so exactly what you said. But even then, that's still so long. To, like, wait, like, 9 months? Oh, 11 months? That's still a year. Oh, let's go. Let's go, Lexi. We got the phone popping. Let's go. I want to finish this between 9... At 9:30. By the way, Blue League, welcome back. How you doing today? Great to see you in here again. Welcome back. Also, been enjoying the server, by the way. I am just placing so many stone brick slabs. I'm excited at the end of this. Once I finish placing all of them, I really, really want to see what the magic number is. So back to our previous conversation about VODs. Where does the video go when I finish streaming? So on Twitch, you can go to your stream dashboard and there will be a little side tab on the left that says video producer. And yeah, I don't know if it's better or worse that now they announced the winner in Fiji. Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, they usually, the winner used to be like just like a studio audience, which was kind of cool. You know, you have Jet Bro, you know, walking down with the, I forget what it's called, but where all the votes are cast into. Because like before you didn't know if you won until it's aired, but now you know they won and they have to keep, oh, I think during COVID, they did that. There was a few seasons that I watched that were like through COVID that they did that. That I'm aware of. I kind of forgot. Oh, so they've kept it since? Oh, but the live studio audience. See, that's what I was talking about. Where I was like, you're not going to know who was the winner. I do remember that they did that live. I do remember that. And yes, also, by the way, like Boss Games is mentioning, try to record them if you are wanting to clip them very early because they only last about a week. For affiliates, I think it's 2 weeks. So try and get it sooner rather than later. Typically like right after stream 2, that's usually the best time to get it. And why am I doing slabs, not blocks? Just because I can get more slabs than blocks. I don't know if that made any sense. What did I finish off at? Did I actually finish? Oh, I finished over here. I think just slabs. I don't know. I mean, it's not even on the bottom side, so it's like mobs can spawn. I mean, we have island settings for things like this. I'm just doing it this way, I guess. But don't fear, we voted for that on 50, and should hopefully be like 90% voted for a live reunion. Oh, that's good. I would love for them to go back to the way that they had it, because I understand like during COVID, like they kind of can't, because they also have no idea like if like this pandemic's gonna like continue. I get it, but it kind of sucks that they kept it like a few seasons past that. Like that's kind of sucky. So the one thing, Winnie, is like I don't have any mob spawning in on here, if that makes sense. And yeah, typically because then if I were to place a block, they don't hover. Because if I were to place like a normal block, it looks like that, if that makes sense on the top. Because on my island settings, I've changed it to where mobs can actually spawn in, and plus I always have it as day. So yeah, the casual viewers are always scared when it comes to votes. I mean, they are I like that Big Brother does some like actual America votes. I do like that. Like we have a little bit of control. We could at least give like our favorite person. Do I always feel like it's the right person? Kinda. I feel like it's never been the wrong person and things like that. I remember somebody won like 25 or like the $50,000 like Lady Gaga won because she's like a big fan of the show. I don't know if it was on Big Brother or Survivor. I think it was Survivor. I think it was. And like oh, Sia. Yes, sorry, not Lady Gaga. Sia, yeah, Survivor. And maybe Lady Gaga does one on Big Brother. I feel like someone copied one another in that sense. But yes, I do remember Sia does survive. Yes. Okay. It's coming back to me now. What is it? I remember like they won it and we're just like, oh, okay. They just were like, almost like, who's Sia? Thanks. Like the reaction was just like, so just like, what? Like not a good look type of reaction, if you know what I mean. But yes, also, people would literally cater towards her just to try and win it. Yeah, that is kind of the hard part. I think like knowing like who someone like, yeah, like, oh my God, I love like, I like used to grow up like listening to Sia and like, it's rough. People do that even with America's Vote too on Big Brother too. You know what I mean? Like people do that all the time and it's just like, come on, like have a little bit of a spine. By the way, thank you to who is ever leaving some likes in on the TikTok live stream. Much love out to you. All right, I'm going to get rid of some rows here. There we go. Oh, this is still so long. Still quite the endeavor there. By the way, Boss is trying to get Pork back onto the server. Oh my goodness. But what I will say, all the stone slabs, been very much enjoying placing. I've been placing them for almost over 3 hours now, Nationers. Those hearts were for my absence bedtime routine for the kiddos. Well, Gabby, thank you so much. Great to see you back in here. I know, obviously, putting the kids to bed, especially hopefully after a long day. Well, and I guess it is probably kind of nice that they start running around when they start getting their stride back. Because if you think about it, you also don't have to worry about putting them to bed because hopefully they're tired. Hopefully. By the way, notification. Thanks you so much for joining in, leaving some likes on the live. Much love. See, this side is so much shorter. This side is like way shorter. But yeah, I need to watch. My mom, I don't know, she might be watching the new Big Brother season. She might. She's always been on it. She's been on it. She's probably been the one person out of the three of us, my mom, my sister, and myself, who have actually been like on it. Like she's been on it. I just really want to close. Oh my god, dude, this thing is so long. Oh my gosh. This thing was so long. I'm finally taking some left turns here. My kid hates sleep, so I have to fight for my life daily. Oh no. I feel like as a mother, you just be like, please freaking go to bed. It's like a dog that will not stop barking. I feel like Pork has succumbed to that nature of hopping onto the survival world that they got. See, this one seems a little long. It's not as long. I feel like that's how I make this a little bit shorter every time. I just kind of get here and I just kind of complete like a whole segment. You know what I mean? Because now that is a full 6 rows shorter than it once was. And now it's about to be 1. Kids at work go to sleep. My kid thinks it's just mom. I could get away with it. Oh my goodness. And I'm assuming like when you do go to work, like hopefully the kid, like your daughter in this instance, can just go to bed like on her own. But if mom's there, if you're there, Gabby, oh, like you said, like you have to fight your kid just to go to bed on a daily basis. Oh my goodness. I could just imagine that. All right, we're going to start right clicking. We're going to start right clicking this thing. And then if I just do this again, you just have a bunch of slabs here. And again, I could go back. Oh, yeah, money. There we go. And now I could go here. Now I could shorten this by 1 as I just shortened that by like 7 or 8. And also, by the way, Peyton, how am I flying in creative? Actually, I'm flying in survival only because on here on the Skyblock, I have a rank that gives me a fly command, which allows me to fly because of my rank. So that's how I'm able to fly in creative, or technically survival, Peyton. By the way, also very nice profile photo, by the way. Love track and field myself. I don't know if you do track, but if you do, would love to know what events you do. I'm a big track fan myself. Enjoy track very much. Oh, you run the 800. Very nice. What is your 800 time? 4x8, very nice. We gotta love the 4x8. We don't have the 4x8 traditionally as a relay here, but we do have it at a few meets and whatnot. 235, very nice. Very nice, Peyton. What is like a good goal time for you? Two flat, probably okay. Very nice. And you know, like breaking that barrier, which is always great. Always fun. Always an excite. My fastest 800 is a 211. Kind of forgot that I actually ran a 211. Back, I think that was my freshman year. I don't think I ran it my sophomore year. But I will say, very nice goal. Very nice goal. 2 flat is an amazing goal. Something to work towards, of course. So, very nice, Peyton. Especially if 230, your first time doing track ever, that is very awesome. If you don't mind me asking, what grade are you in? Yeah, I'm liking this. This is like just like enough. Going into senior year, very nice. Well, hopefully you enjoy your senior year, of course. And I definitely believe if you put some like time in on the summer, maybe do some cross country, you know, work on that little bit of speed once you kind of ramp into that track season, I think you could be very unstoppable, Peyton. I think you can. Also, Peyton, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. Much love out to you. I think I could actually finish this with what I got. I think I can. But nonetheless, I ran cross country, which helped me with the 235. Very nice. Well, hopefully over the summer, if you put a lot of mileage on, like your body's just going to be really in tune, especially with running mileage, like you said, with the cross country background that you have. And I think just like with that little bit of speed, you know, building that lactic threshold, I think it's going to be huge. Oh, to be 17 again. I was 16. No, I was 17 like my entire senior year, which is kind of cool. It was really fun. And now we're getting into the nitty gritty here. I'm doing powerlifting to half marathons now. Oh, wow. What an interesting combo, of course. What got you into that? Obviously, marathons make a lot of sense, or half marathons, that is, in this case. But very interesting. Very interesting combo, especially cross-training like that. Very interesting. Oh, very nice, Gabby. When is your birthday again? Yeah, I was like super young. So like my entire freshman year, I was like 14. Entire sophomore year, I was like 15, 16, 17. So yeah, it's pretty nuts to think about. Oh, August, that makes sense. And I'm assuming like some states and some schools like will allow like late August kids to kind of join in. And it kind of depends on when you start. But I'm assuming you probably start in like early September. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, 3 more here, Nationers. 3 more. Here we go. Yeah, we had only like 1 or 2, maybe 3. I would say 5 at most. 5 at most. When it comes to like August birthdays, we had a good amount of July, but they were all like very early or like mid-July. So we had that. We had a good amount of June birthdays. But September birthdays, we had a ton of. We had so many September birthdays. I had a hip injury and had to go to a sports PT, and he told me I should do powerlifting. Okay. A little bit of strengthening of, I'm assuming that injury, of course. By the way, Manny, welcome back. Nationers, we only have a few more rows left. We really do. I don't know how many rows, but we can count it here once we get to the finish line on the side. But very nice, Peyton. Yes, hopefully your hip continues to feel better, of course. I'm dealing with some feet injuries right now, some foot injuries, so not even just foot, but feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, yeah, we could definitely get this. Well, August birthday might come soon in months. Let's go, Manny. It's coming soon, baby. It's coming soon. Your birthday's right around the block, Manny. It is. It is. Dang, a hip injury at 17. Sorry, man. He said that I have tree trunks for legs. I shouldn't have any hip pain lately, which is good. Well, that's good. That's great. I was a pretty thick-thighed distance runner when I was competing, so I definitely understand that by all means. I got some pretty big thighs myself, so I'm definitely with you on that. But yes, hopefully all of the injuries do subdue and subside, that is, so you don't have to worry about them anymore. All of that to say, Nationers, we have how many left? We're almost at the end here. Do I have enough? Ooh, I might not have enough. I might have to buy a few more. We have 8 now. And we're about to get to 7 here. This is going to be so good, Nationers, once we finish this. We've been just using a little bit more than a stack, like per. So I'm like, oh, I feel like we're going to need some more and whatnot. My thighs identify as tree trunks as well. Thick thighs save lives. Put that on a resume. Like, imagine you're a doctor and you're like, thick thighs save lives. That's going to get you the job instantly. It is. It is. Yeah, I think I've been just using a whole stack this entire time. We have like 4 more stacks. We'll see. But I have like 7 more rows to go. Like, I just don't think I'm going to have enough to get me there. Because I would need about 4 more stacks, I think. It's close. It's just that this is too much of a gap. This is like 7 blocks. It's just too much. More like 6 blocks. Now it's about to be 5. I recently got on Clouds, and they are probably the best shoe I've ran in other than Saucony. What is Clouds like a new? I feel like I might have seen them. I feel like I might have seen these new Cloud shoes and whatnot. Time for job application memes. Oh my goodness, Manny, please post them on the Reddit, please. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Oh, and I'm out. Okay, so I feel I need 5 more. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy 8. I think 8 could get me there. I haven't Cloud shoes. Let me look up Cloud shoes. Oh, they're the Ons. You're talking about like the Cloud Collection On shoes? See, that was the shoe that I hurt my foot in. And I'm like, ugh. I have a pair. That was the shoe that I most definitely hurt my foot in. I'm like, ugh, it's kind of rough because I'm like, I really like wearing them. I think that they're really nice shoes. But, yeah, a little bitter. Oh, with Brooks. See, I had a good relationship with like Asics for so long. Like running, doing a bunch of stuff. But, yeah. Like I went to the foot doctor, okay? The whatever they are. I forgot what the name of the doctor, a foot doctor is. Podiatrist. I went to them and all of that to say, Nationers, like he's like, "Oh, is this like the shoe that you use?" He's like, "Oh, yikes." I was like, "Oh, like okay, not gonna lie, why are doctors like so judgy? Why are doctors like always so judgy? I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've just had bad experience with doctors. I've had like 2 really good doctors in my life. Mind you, I've only really had like 4 or 5 doctors in my life. I think it is a podiatrist. Nationers, we have officially finished this entire island coverage. Insane, by the way. Now, for how many stone brick slabs I placed, we're about to find out here, Nationers. If I go into statistics and I go to items, right here, if I click time used, we're about to find out. Let me know in chat what you guys think the number is. It's in the tens of thousands. I'm going to guess 73,582. 63,029 stone brick slabs were placed, by the way, Nationers. That is insane. That took me 3 hours just to place, what, like 30K? That's insane. 10,000 per hour? At least I know my limits, guys. My gosh. You actually thought 63K? That's insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a lot of stone brick slabs placed. That is a lot of stone brick slabs placed. Oh my goodness. How are these looking, by the way? Oh, these are looking good. I forgot to turn them on. They turn off when the thing's closed. Nationers. The doctors. The one doctor, my foot doctor that I talked to, he was like, yikes. Like, ugh. Like, bad. This is not a good shoe. He, like, was, like, judging me. I was like, brother, okay. All right. You can at least, like, come in a little bit softer. You know what I mean? Jared, order me a cane. I might be very old. You're going to be very old soon, very soon, Manny. Oh, my goodness. The other one, when I got into my car crash, I had to see her and whatnot. And she was, like, poking, like, holes into my story as I was explaining it. I was like, this is a story that I lived. There's a turn lane there. I was in the right lane. She was like, no, so you were turning. I was like, no, I was in the right freaking lane, woman. And so, yeah, I did not appreciate that visit. And, now she's my primary care doctor. So I would like, we're going to have to sort out some things as adults, because I did not enjoy my time with her. All of that to say, Nationers, I don't know why doctors are so judgmental, but you know what? You know who is not judgmental? The Nationers. Nationers, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's stream. We have made so many great strides, by the way, on this server. Tomorrow, Nationers, Might have a few different plans on what I'm going to be doing. I might be streaming. Who knows? We'll see. C-Matter must have just joined in from the TV show. C-Matter, I'm glad that you joined in right as we are ending. Oh my goodness. You did make it in time. You most definitely did. On top of that, Nationers, thank you guys so much for joining into today's stream. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on the TikTok live. Make sure to hit that follow button, most importantly, so you guys stay updated on when I go live. I hope to be live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, where we're going to be working a little bit more on said island, Nationers. And we're going to be working on building a extreme cactus farm. What we're going to be working on, and hopefully an extreme sugarcane farm. That's what you guys can stay tuned for this Thursday, Nationers. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to get some 07s up in chat, some peace pieces up in there as well. I will see you guys later, Nationers. 07 and peace. Peace. I did get it done, by the way, C-Matter. I did. 63,000 stone slab blocks later.